What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Eagles get a must win. Needed one. A feel gooder. We're going to break it all down. Let's go.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Oh, welcome in, everybody. We're back to our winning ways here on Agree to Disagree, only on HUD Radio every Sunday. Brought to you by our doc, Make Them Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, location in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Nick Delgazzo, Greg Mwakvik, I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, fire us up, giddy up. We're back in the winning ways a little bit here. We'll break that all down, getting the crumb of the week at the end of the show. Sixers lose to the Hawks again. And I feel like we just lost to the Hawks here. We lose to them again on a Sunday down in Atlanta, and not without some drama at the end of the game. This terrible officiating in the NBA. But we'll talk Sixers-Hawks later on the show. Give you an early look at Eagles-Commanders Saturday at 5 o'clock. So we'll dive into that game, a little Saturday piece. Defense pitches a shutout. Offense is efficient. We'll break it all down. Tyson, or a poll question. Start the comment in. Let us know, family. Here we go. Despite it just being the Raiders, the defense pitching a shutout was the most impressive aspect of today's game. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation tonight. I don't care who you're playing in the NFL. I really don't. Pitching shutouts and just, making teams be able to literally do nothing was impressive. I sort of tie it with the two most impressive things I thought. This is why the Eagles have played this year. I thought it can go hand in hand in a way. I thought the 8-minute drive to open up the football game is exactly what the doctor ordered from this football team. Regardless on who you're playing, it's drive one of a game. If you're going to get a team sort of engaged, even when they're out of it, it might be engaged drive one. If you're going to get a drive per se. And I thought we haven't seen that all year. We haven't seen the 8-9 minute drive, the sustaining it, picking up key third downs. Stuff this never happened, right? We get a big penalty throughout the year and it would take us back, or a 3rd and 4 incompletion, right? Where next thing you know, we're punting. So it was really nice to be able to get that type of drive, to start out this football game. That being said, again, in the NFL, it's an offensive league. It's set up for offenses, and they have nobody on that offense. It's terrible. Their offensive line's brutal. We know what Kenny Pickett is, right? And Gentry, whatever the hell his name is, because I don't even care about him. I don't think he's good anyway. It is what it is over there. So I'm not saying you stopped anything special because you didn't. They're terrible. But pitching a shutout is good. And I think the big thing to take away from this one too, that's impressive is just 20 minutes on the field for your defense. That's been on the field all year long. It's time for them to get a breather a little bit here, in this last quarter of the year. And that's a good start to the final quarter that we talked about on shows. This is the type of game I needed to see. The defense has been doing what they've been doing all year, right? Against a bad team, you go and do what you're supposed to against a bad team. Shut them down. If you're a top 5 defensive football, this is what you come do today. This is what you show up and do. Regardless of what your offense does, regardless of anything else, this is what you show up to do as a defense, and they did it again. So I can't say enough great things about this defense, right? Especially up front, because that's where it's changed, right, in a big way. And again, they started last week, better offensive line than this week. Not a good one, though, but that's what you're supposed to do. Right? When you smell a little blood in the water, you're right, and you're going up against an offensive line that's not as good. What are you supposed to do? Go eat. Go beat them up a little bit. Go make guys uncomfortable from the beginning. They did it to Herbert last week. They made him comfortable from Jump Street. And when you get a guy getting his first start of the year, right, go make him uncomfortable from the beginning. What do they do? Get hits on Pickett early. Okay, you get hits on guys early, you can sort of check guys out, especially in the cold. And so that, I guess that was my most impressive aspect of the game. Just because, again, getting shutouts in this league and holding teams to like nothing at all offensively, like 25 passing yards or whatever the heck it was, something ridiculous.
75 total yards.
75 total yards is hard to do, regardless of who you're playing, right? Just in this league, you think once a game gets 24-0, you might get a drive, right? Where you get 80 yards in just a drive or 70 yards in a drive. That didn't happen. And it shows the mental toughness of this defense. No matter what they've been put through this year, they continue to show back up, right? No matter what. If they're put right back on the field by a turnover, they show back up. Wherever it is, they show up. They don't care what happens with the offense, what happens with anything else that's going on. They're going to come out and do their job every Sunday. Doesn't mean they don't get beat. Doesn't mean that they're perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But they've showed up for us all year. All year. Besides the Chicago game, and even in that game, they held in the field goals. So even though they didn't show up, they semi-showed up. Maybe the only game was the Giants game when they quit. Okay? But for the rest of the year, this football team has showed up. The defense there is showed up. And then, quickly as I just passed this poll on, like I said, that 8-minute drive, 9-minute, whatever it was, by this offense was a real tone setter and something you needed against a bad football team. I get it. But you need to come out and do the things that you're capable of doing, though, because you haven't done these things all year. You haven't done them all year. So, at some point, you got to start going in the right direction and take advantage of a bad football team. Take advantage of it to get the confidence going a little bit, right? And have things be contagious in a positive aspect today. And they came out and played their style of football, which the style they need offensively, right? Which is run the football, make Jalen run the football, open things up, use Dallas Goedert, right? And then things start to open up. Big deep ball to Devontae, right? Cross over the middle, throw an AJ touchdown. Things open up when you run the football, and you're able to enough. And Jalen's legs are the X factor, right? I don't expect him to have 3,700 yards like Matthew Stafford right now, right? But I think he's got 3,000 essentially. But if you can give me 500 on the ground, you're equaling the same amount of production essentially. And you guys know what I'm saying. And that's been the difference with him. You need to equal the production of the other guys with your legs for the most part, right? I think he has almost 400 yards on the ground this year, right? I need you to have about 750 a year on the ground. I'm not trying to get you hurt, but I need you to use that aspect of your game because then that makes defenses have to game plan for that part of it. So there's my rant, but yeah, I get definitely impressive just shutting anybody out in this league and holding them under 100 yards. Not easy to do.
No, absolutely. And so I would probably disagree, not for argument's sake, just because there's a lot going on. I think 27 first downs is unbelievable. 10 for 13 on third down, 183 yards rushing again against, doesn't matter who you play. 3 penalties, which we know the last month has been a disaster.
Should be the most impressive.
No turnovers, and 39 minutes time of possession. So for me, it's just the blender, the whole thing, and then like you said, holding the other team to 75 yards is absolutely mind-boggling. It's it's very embarrassing. But impressive. Nonetheless. But just wow, what a whew. That's a terrible offense.
I can assume Brock Bowers would get 75 yards himself.
Yeah,
how good of a player he is. Like, hey, he'll get 75 yards, and
that's the only other. And the only other disagree I would, in your opening statement was, I don't think Genty stinks. I think they're such an abomination. Now he very well might. He's a rookie, but I don't think he does. I just think they're so bad.
Well, they need all help.
Chip got cut, right? Chip got fired. Was that what Chip was?
Yeah.
They're in between coordinators again, like bad organizations do.
I just want to fan.
Wink. That's when you start getting rid of coordinators in season, you're
that to me
2-11.
was such a Raiders pick. That's a Raiders pick. Like they pick, they have so many needs. A running back wasn't a need. I thought if he went to a place that was already good, he could be good, right? But he's not a guy that's good enough to make up for things. Makes sense. I don't think he's that because he's not electric. He's going to run you over, or he's going to get tough yards, and sort of wear you down type back. From what I look at him as, but yeah, they fucking stink. But
he was pretty electric in college.
Yeah, he can take one to the house. He can take one.
They're just terrible. I
Yeah,
totally
they're
agree. They
terrible,
shouldn't have picked him because you don't have an offensive line. You probably shouldn't take a running back.
And I didn't even know his name well enough to even give a shit about him tonight. You know what I mean? So I don't. That's just my personal.
He didn't.
He doesn't wow. He doesn't wow me. It does. And maybe this word "stink" is the wrong word, but he didn't wow me coming into draft night. And when the Raiders took him, I said figures. Like I just think if he's a guy goes 15 to 25 in that range to a team that's already better, I think he's a great fit, right? Because then I think he's a good player. So I'll take my wording back a little bit.
No, you don't have to. I mean, like
I
just think that falls. That falls
stink
for a lot of people. That's all. You know what I mean? So that doesn't. You don't have to take that back.
Because running backs can look better.
I think a lot of people
fall.
I think a lot of people fall into the right spot. You know, they come out smelling like fucking Irish Spring as opposed to fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Because running backs can look good in good spots. Like if you got a good offensive line, Bill.
Barry Sanders. There's only one Barry Sanders.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
He's not
a ton of great running backs in the history of the NFL. Only one Barry. It makes
he's not making 75 guys miss in the back.
50 guys miss behind an offensive line from the Lions. I mean,
yeah, he's not missing 75 guys
in
the back or making 75 guys miss. All right, so you disagree. I'll agree. Defense most impressive. What do you guys say?
I mean, I'll agree but I kind of echo what Sweeps was saying that like kind of everything was impressive. It was a get right game that we needed. Let's just put it that way. We absolutely needed this game. We needed to come out, bury a team. Like we didn't even have to play in the fourth quarter. We needed it. We just absolutely needed it. We were reeling. And everything went well for us. Everything went well for us.
We had a QB benching in the fourth is what we needed. This fan base needed to see it. That's what they were begging for all week. Last 3 weeks, begging for a new QB. So they got that in the fourth. Like
it did not fall on deaf ears, fans. So there you go.
No, they heard you.
Nick's feeding into the noise.
The staff heard you loud and clear.
Well, Greg, give me yours on the poll, and then we'll just get into the game as a whole.
Yeah. I'll agree. I was going to disagree, but there has been enough disagrees because you could go either way. But I'll agree. Like you said, Tommy, when you hold a team, an NFL team, I don't care who they are, to 75 yards total, like you're less than 100 yards. And you look back to, revisionist history. You look back when the Cowboys started their 3-0 run with a win over the Raiders. It was just the Raiders. It was the Cowboys beat up on the Raiders, and now they're back. Right? So then now the narrative is, it's just the Raiders. You should do this. Well, we should have, and we did do it. We absolutely shut it down. I liked what I saw from the front line. BG, a couple sacks. Nolan Smith was around the football. Jalen Hunt was around the football. Ajomo and Jordan Davis were around the football. So it was good to see these guys, and they have been. Right, it's not to single them out like they haven't been around the football, but it was great to see it again, continuing to hold it down while the offense then came out and did what they did as well. So yeah, absolutely agree to the poll.
Yeah, just getting into the game itself. This is the formula. This is the formula that makes us successful. It's been this way from the beginning of Jalen Hurts. Right.
N'Kobe's been lights out too.
He's
been awesome.
Disgusting.
Dude, since he came back, he's been better than Bourne. I mean, he's the best linebacker on the team.
Yeah, besides Bourne's pick today.
Absolutely best linebacker on the team.
And he's made rightfully so Jahad Campbell be an afterthought. And Jahad had been playing well before he came back.
Oh, it's a great pick, and it makes that pick. It just shows you how good of a pick. Well, listen, this is what changed the defense again. We say things each year. Each year you can look at a turning point for your football team, right? Each year. Last year it was a two-piece nugget. It was after 4 weeks starting Cooper DeJean changed his defense. Mm-hmm. All right. And also 25 attempts and under changed his offense last year, and they didn't lose after that. But this year, I think you can look at that. You can look at like another that turning point being right there, right? When we talk about that.
What a weaselly over exaggeration by Tyler Lockett today.
Tyler Lockett, yeah.
Come on, Tyler.
What a scumbag. Come up to him and then flop.
Yeah, N'Kobe, like I said, N'Kobe.
And that was one of the 3 penalties.
Yeah.
So really,
they picked up the 1, but it's like, 2-on-1 play.
Like his ability, real quick, back to N'Kobe, his ability on pass plays is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We talked about it weeks ago, and I think that could be another turning point in this defense. As he's gotten healthier, this defense has gotten better. Right? I just keep correlating things back to what we've talked about for years now about the Georgia guys. And when we talk about, captains in the middle of that great Georgia defense, wasn't a Kobe Dean, right? We talk about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, and I know, and we talk about Walker, and you talk about all the other guys in that Georgia defense. But that was the captain. That was the leader of that defense. That was the play caller of that defense, right? So when I look at a guy like that, we've seen it when he's healthy here, right? We've seen the impact he's had. So I think getting him back healthy, and each week that's going on, he's played better and better and better, right? I think that could be a big turning point for this defense, because you can win a Super Bowl and go to a Super Bowl with a defense like this. You can. You absolutely can. It's just this offense not going back, being what they were today, not trying to do too much, not trying to force stuff, not trying to be the AJ game, right? Go to them when you got one-on-ones, go to them in the right spots, and definitely go to AJ once you start running with your legs, Jalen, because that's what Jalen needs every game. Jalen needs 40 to 50 yards on the ground every single game. Every game. Every game. And this team will not lose much. I can promise you that. I don't care if we go to LA. I don't care where we go. If you're able to do that, if they're able to do that and run it enough, be good enough on the ground like they were today, good enough, and like they were last week, good enough on the ground, there won't be many weeks they lose if they try not throwing around the yard. And that's not a shot. That's the facts. That's stuff we've known from day one. That's stuff I talked about last week on this show. Like, it's not a shot at Jalen. Jalen's a playmaker, right, that can throw the football. But he's not a guy built to throw 35, 40 times. Just not. He's just not. And that's okay. And if people get upset about that, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm here to win games, and I think he's here to win games. And I think today, effort of what their game plan was shows you that they're all here to do what? Win games, right? That's what matters. So, we're now, 1-3 when we got AJ heavily involved. Again, not heavily involved today. Able to get a TD out of him, 2 catches for 40-something and a tutty. But guess what? Another win. And if you look back through the whole season, we're 9-2 when we're not trying to force feed him. Or 8-2. Sorry. 8-2 when we're not trying to force feed him. Greg.
I don't think I don't think last week we force fed him. Maybe week 1 after the thing you force fed him. But I thought everything the last 2 weeks, whether we won or lost, was in the flow of the offense. It wasn't like it was one looking out.
Forcing means when we drop back and throw it 35 times, we're going to be forced to throw in the ball because he's our best wide receiver. That's not a shot at AJ Brown. I know you've been the defense attorney for him over last week. I get it.
There's no reason for those shots. It's not forcing the football.
What's the shot? When you drop back 35 times, you're going to try to get it to your number one target as many times as possible. Is that a shot, or is that the facts of football?
He catches the ball against the Chargers, we win.
I understand. Yeah, I'm not. This isn't an AJ. This isn't taking shots at AJ. This is taking shots of trying to be an offense. We're not. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. I'm not shooting AJ. Yeah, we got.
Honestly, no one in the league wants to throw the ball 40 times.
If you got Matty Stafford and you can sit back there and throw it 35 times a game, fine. Then you're not forcing it to AJ. But in a Jalen world where you need his legs, you need RPO, you need to get other things involved too, right? I just don't think. I think when you drop back 35, Jalen's going to be forcing it to AJ. If that even makes more sense, Jalen would force feed it. Now, last week, like Will said, AJ 3 balls win us the game. He catches one of them.
You're right. All you got to do is catch one.
1 of 3. 1 of 4, really. 1 of 4, because the other one turned into a pick. So it was 1 of 4 balls. Now, one over the middle, I'll give you that one. In today's world, Zach Ertz just tore his ACL in the same type of ball. So I get it. But the other 3, they're your balls, babe. They're the go routes. That's what you're getting paid the big bucks for.
Yes, I guess. I guess. I don't know if, who knows if force is the right word, but it's at least double-digit targets in the last 5 weeks. So, that could be considered forced, or that's your best wide receiver and you're trying to get him involved. Who knows? The squeaky oil gets the wheel.
To shut him up, really.
The squeaky oil gets the wheel, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Well, it just so happens that after everything comes out and the media makes it a bigger deal than it is, rightfully so. We're going to follow the media's role here, and we're going to try to get him involved because we feel pressured as a team and organizationally. And I get that. And you want to make a guy feel involved because he is your best player offensively. Nobody's debating any of this stuff. That's the crazy part. It's just that we're not built for him to get 14 targets a game. We're built to throw it 25 times a game. Where's 14 targets coming from? Devontae Smith needs targets himself. Dallas got it.
That's what I was telling you.
Today.
5 weeks of at least 11 plus. So
yeah, Devontae Smith needs targets. Devontae Smith, Dallas got it. Those guys need targets. They're playmakers too. So, and Jalen needs to use his legs. So when you factor all those things into it, he should be around the 8 target a game, which he's averaged over his time here with the Philadelphia Eagles. That nobody's wanted to listen to me on. That's his average. It's about 8.5. If he lives 8.5, we don't lose. If he lives in the 8.5 world, we don't lose. That's the fact. So no shots at AJ. We need AJ. You need Devontae. You need them all because when he starts running and the run game opens, where do you think big explosive plays come from? Where do you think the ability for them to do what they really want to do? You saw it today. Again, bad football team, but you still saw those results happen quick, right? One-on-one balls, those opportunities. Just from a little bit of him running. Just a little bit. Sorry, I'm on a Jalen run the football rampage because it's a difference maker of our offense. It just is.
Well, it is. It's 100%. I mean,
Backbreaker.
like you said, you saw it, right? And you look at the offensive playbook today. It's they went back and did everything that we've asked them to do over the last few weeks when they've struggled, right? They've ran the football effectively. They went on long drives. They sustained drives that cashed in points too, right? If you look back at the Chargers game, we didn't always cash in those points. We had those turnovers. So we went on because I liked a lot of what we did offensively in the Chargers game. We just had Jalen's worst game of his career. And we still, like we just said, were, give me one catch from AJ and we win the game. Or Jalen doesn't throw that last interception and we probably win the game there. So I like what we've been doing offensively the last few weeks. Now, of course, when you're facing an inferior opponent, you're going to finish those, but you're also giving you're going to finish those drives, but you're giving that offense now a whole bunch of confidence. And the other thing, whether it was injury or not, we saw a lot of guys involved today. Like to our point, right? Like we saw a lot of guys involved. Everybody up and down the wide receiver group. Tank Bisbee got a little work. Now, naturally, most of Tank was in mop-up mode, but we were asking for take a little bit off of Saquon, take a little bit off of here, take a little bit. Everything came to a head today, and we had naturally dominated with that.
Yeah, and again, I don't think we're a team that can't throw it 30 times to win. Makes sense? It's just putting your quarterback in a position to turn it over when you have such a great defense or a really good one. Even if you have a really good defense, right? Because we know the way this league works. We don't even have to do these shows in reality. We can just come on here and say, who won the turnover battle today? All right, that's why they won. Like, it's that simple. Like, hey, who won the turnover battle today? Yep, that team probably won. And you go to the whole list of teams, and most likely that team's going to win, right? At a 90%, 95% clip, just a turnover battle alone. Why? Another reason have the Eagles been so successful? They don't turn it over. He doesn't turn it over, right? That's another reason. So you play to what your strengths are. Great defense, play to it. Play to it. Find your identity. Everybody's like, oh, what's their identity? We yelled about this week. And I yelled at Tony on Thursday night. I said, guys, their identity's been right in front of them. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard. They're not looking for their identity. They're trying to do to their identity. That's a different thing. They're trying to have some success with their identity. They're not trying to find it. Holy shit. Their identity's been the same identity for 3 years. It's run the football. Play great defense. Win up front. That's been their identity.
Absolutely. And it's timely turnovers too. Because you can, as you saw last week, you can lose the turnover battle. It's when you turn it over. You know what I
mean? Yep. And you turn it over 5 times, you're not going to win many games.
Sure.
And the fact that you're in a game where you with a chance to win it with 4 turnovers already going into that is amazing. I mean, that alone shows you how good you are defensively again. It all goes back to it. You can be the 85 Bears again. I mean, their defense won them a Super Bowl. I know the offense and Jalen was the MVP. I get that. But if you really watch the game The defense won a Super Bowl last year. They can do it again. They ended the Chiefs. They ended it. They said bye-bye. Yep. They broke them down, right? They broke them for a year or two, whatever it is. But this defense can do the same thing again. And I was saying this after losses, that they have the ability to carry you if you allow them to. If you allow them to.
I mean, it was a huge get-right game, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. The Raiders are fucking awful.
Well, that's
They're terrible.
Yeah,
I want to see them carry this momentum. Just carry the momentum and play well next week because the Raiders are terrible.
Yeah, well, the defense isn't about the Raiders. The defense is about
no, but you're right.
Very good.
But 3 weeks, but I agree with you. But 3 weeks ago, it's the same defense that gave up 200 yards rushing.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
got embarrassed at home, and but again,
we can get run.
It could be an anomaly. It's one game. So again, I'm not taking a shot at you or anybody else. I'm just saying the same defense got exposed 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, not many times they're going to play 2 games in 4 days. So,
sure. Hey,
if that happens in the playoffs, everybody knock on my door and let me know because then maybe I'll expect it again. I don't expect that to happen often. The 2 times it's happened this year has been on short.
Well, we got to stay on the field, the offense.
Well, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. But
that's a big part of it. Big part.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean
they can't be great. I know, but
doesn't mean it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Anybody can.
It's a great defense. Absolutely, it's a great defense, right? But you can't. You also, in the same breath, can't be like, "Well, I need everything to be right and perfect for us to be great." Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to be well rested. We got to be we got to be great all the time. So listen, that's what's one. It was a fucking anomaly, right? You know, you don't see this defense get embarrassed like that. So.
Just don't turn it over.
I chalked it up. I chalked it up that Friday. I chalked it up as, you can chalk it up as short week. I just chalked it up as, you got your lunch money stolen from you. You didn't compete and you got embarrassed. So
how do you
learn from it? You learn from it. You learn from it.
That happened.
You learn from
we were on the field the whole game defensively.
Yeah, and that's exhausting. Absolutely.
Yep. Well, that's my point. Going back to sustain drives, be good enough offensively, and you can win. It's not this like. It doesn't have to be a perfect storm with this team. It's really just be good enough offensively, sustain drives,
and don't turn
it over. That's it. If they just don't turn it over, they got a chance to go to an NFC title game. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'll say that from week 1 all the way through. The difference in the Chicago game. Turn the football over. You lost. I mean, it's not hard. Yes, you gave up a ton on the ground. You got embarrassed. But the other part of it is you turned it over. Right?
I think where we are currently is that with our defense is going to keep us in every game. I think we know that, right? So if the offense plays well, we can beat anybody. We also could lose to anybody.
We saw that early in the year, though, too, right? Well, we saw that when we were
speaking of playoff
winning games.
Yeah, well, anybody can beat anybody in the playoffs. We know how this works, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, it wouldn't shock me if you're telling me, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. We definitely could. We play well, and we definitely could. I
would say there's 7 teams. I think there's 7 teams in the NFC that can go to the Super Bowl.
NFC's tough.
You know what I mean? Like Lions
probably aren't going to make the playoffs.
By me telling you the Eagles can go to the Super Bowl,
Packers dropped from 2 to 7. Yeah,
it's not me being a homer. It's the NFC. They're damn good teams. And
like let's be honest.
Seattle
our
could go.
Playoff game is going to be against a good team.
But I don't think Seattle goes, but they could go. They're good enough to go. They're 11-3.
Yeah, their defense is very good.
So I mean, their defense can carry them.
I think they're 11-2.
3. They lost. They have 1. They have 3 losses.
They have 3 losses. Okay.
Yeah, I looked.
So wait, who is the Rams? The Rams have 2.
No,
Rams have 3.
Okay, so they're the top 2 though. They both have 3. So no one has 2 in the NFC.
No, nobody has 2.
Okay.
So talking about that, you can sort of wrap that up now. Shooting for home field, any of that, throughout the 1 seed.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but we're going to win the division.
Not necessarily.
We're going to get at least 1 home playoff.
I know, but they got to lose. You're talking about having to lose 2 out of 3 games.
Well, they face Seattle here on a short week this week.
Okay, yeah. Well, then maybe
Rams look pretty damn good. I'll tell you that.
Well, they do, but Devontae might be out.
I would assume he is.
Yeah, but the Seahawks are 11-3 too. So my point is, it makes it really hard.
Yeah, one of them's gonna win the game.
Yeah. So
yeah, and then Bears face the Packers this week, so they potentially get another loss.
Yeah,
and the Lions too.
All it that can happen here to help us is the advantage of getting a 2 or 3 seed.
Well, we just got to worry about us.
Yeah, but getting another.
Well, we're definitely not going to get the 4 because the NFC South is weak.
Yes, 100%.
So we're going to get the 3 or 2.
Well, this is why Saturday's so important. I
Well, that's the thing too. Like we sit here, we're like, oh, it's just the Raiders, and then we get the commies twice. So it's like, oh, it's just gonna be just the commies. But hey, that's what our schedule is. And after what we just went through the last 3 weeks,
the commies are going
all we need to do is win. Win.
I'll tell you that. We better come to play against commies because they're going to battle. They don't look that bad. They looked terrible a couple weeks ago, but Mariota's been throwing the ball decently well. They're getting McLaurin's back healthy.Ey're going to battle. That's not a walkthrough game.
No. Like I said, I think if you're just a normal person that looks at things normal, like I think the only reason nobody should ever just say, because the Eagles got a ton of great wins, so it's not like they play cupcakes. Sure. You know what I mean? So it's not like they play cupcakes. So you get a win today. I think the only reason you would use that narrative today is if the guys come out of the woodworks from 3 weeks. They were hiding for 3 weeks because they were embarrassed and they want everybody fired. And they want all that stuff. Then they come out today, puff chest, and then, now we're back and, Broad Street. No, then just keep the same energy you had for 3 weeks then. You know what I mean? Like you could be angry, all right? They weren't playing well, all right? But they were in those games, as bad as it was, the penalties and the turnovers, they still had a chance to win those games. You know what I mean? Yep. So there's no reason to say like, well, it was just the Raiders, unless you're just trying to, act like it was just such an impressive win. You know what I mean? Like, it was a much needed win, and it was how they did it was impressive. Right. But, that's the only retort I would have to that. But, they got plenty of great wins. So you play who's on your schedule. You know what I mean? So that narrative is, is weak for all the Eagle haters to say that.
Yeah. And like you said, they do have plenty of good wins.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're rooting for Chicago to lose, right? Because we won against the other teams in the NFC North, so we hold a tiebreaker over Detroit and Green
Chicago.
Bay.
Yeah, I remember Chicago.
Yeah, we just
Seattle,
want them to lose.
We didn't play them.
We want Chicago to lose. That's for fact.
Well, it's just big to me. These next 2 weeks are bigger than the third week, and why in the last week I should say. And the reason is if you can somehow get these next two, right? With Buffalo, we know what that is. But if you somehow get these next two,
what
that opens up is the ability for week 17 or 18, whatever week that's considered now, is for that breather week that's much needed for this offensive line. Right. That's why I look at it. Week 17, I would love it to not mean anything.
Sure.
Last year I said I needed that built in by somewhere because of just a long season where we had our bye last week was after week 4. It was a long year to go without it. So you needed that breather, which they got. This year bye was a little later, but it didn't really help the injury process too much. So knowing guys, getting those bumps and bruises throughout the year, would love to give them that extra week somehow.
Yeah, and even pointing to that, I think that fourth quarter helped today, right? Just a couple less snaps from everybody on that first team to just relax and take it down and call it an afternoon, especially on a short week.
Yep, another short week, and the defense to be on the field only 20 minutes. So important, right? So important, the little things.
So huge.
Again, they're bad, but you still got to go out and make them bad.
Yeah, listen, if you let them hang around, then you never know. That's how it can be bad.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
They did what they had to do today. Came out, dominated a bad football team. That's exactly what
get right. You got to get right. You got to get some contagiousness going of some good stuff. Like, how do you get contagious playing well without playing well? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get going, start to climb the mountain without step? If you never take the step, we can't climb the mountain, babe. So they took the step today, and last week, in reality, they took a little step in terms of sustaining drives last week before the turnovers. This week,
disaster.
Yeah,
this week we're going to sustain those drives without the turnovers. Okay, next week a little bit better of a football team, even though record indicates similar, but we know a little bit better of a football team next week, right? Division team, better defense. Can you do that again? Right? Can you start to sustain? And then, okay, we'll talk about Buffalo when we get there, but that's another big test. And then can it sort of flourish? Because if it does, and you get that flourish, I think as a fan base, you can feel a little bit better going into the postseason. If you're able to get, hey, we feel halfway up the mountain. You know what I mean? We feel halfway up the mountain right now. We feel like we're growing.
Would love Minnesota to win this game.
When you have a quarter of a season left, it's not too late to fix things. Not fix it, but get it right a little bit.
Sure.
And feel better. And today is that other step to maybe feeling a little bit better. And you need that because it could have been 31-21. Do you feel that much better about it? It could have been 21-14. We know how this works.
Yeah, that's a lot of pro sport, not sports in general, is comes down to mental and confidence, and feeling good about yourself. So
look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah, that goes a long way, in every sport, So
you're
0 for 10, 0 for 12, and and the Rockies coming down. Rockies coming down, and you get well. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I used that analogy on Wednesday.
He did. That was their analogy on Wednesday. Rockies come in a little 10. We talk about a 10-run first. You know what I mean? Just everybody breathe.
Well, that was a 10-minute drive, right? That was a 9-minute drive, 8-minute drive.
We asked for it.
We got it.
We did get it. No, you're so right. We got that drive, and that's why I opened up where that could have been the most impressive thing because we didn't do that all freaking year. Yeah. We didn't do it. Even in the Giants game, we didn't have an 8-minute drive, right?
It was a bunch of quick hitters and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was explosive. Like, I like to see that we have the ability to do that again. I don't care.
Exactly. As long as it's in your arsenal, it's okay. Because last year you didn't have it because you had a little bit of it. It's because you had it in your arsenal, but Saquon had about 9 runs of 60 yards or more. 60 60-yard. I think he might have had 7 60-yard touchdown runs. Boom. I mean, so you can't have a long drive when that happens.
No, you're right.
So you had it in you, but you didn't.
Had it in the fourth. They did a lot of fourth quarter.
You didn't need it. Yeah,
a lot of fourth quarter 7-minute drives last year. When they need to run out the clock.
Put the ball away.
Closer, like Will said.
But in the first quarter, they never needed to sweep this point because they'd have a 70-yarder break off, or a home run to AJ, or a home run to Devontae, and they didn't have those. Like they didn't need it. They were so explosive. Right after week 4, everything they did was explosive,
and that's where I think this year everyone's kind of like doesn't know what's going on because we forget how special last year and how everything just fell into place last year. Like now we're sitting there back like now we got to go win football games. We're not just rolling in, walking off the bus with a win. We got to go win football games this year and. After last year, we think it should be that easy all the time, and it's not. It's the NFL. But it was great to see. Every other week too, we're sitting here. I don't care what it looks like, just win. Right? Chargers game. I don't care what it looks like, just win. Well, today we needed this. We needed them to look good. We needed them to dominate. We needed to look good today, and they did.
Especially another short week. We forget about it that we played Monday night. It's a short week. Flying home from LA, really short week. So, to play like this and then you follow it up with a short week again, it's craziness. So, but it's even more impressive that you're able to get things going offensively in the short week. It maybe shows you that not everybody in the building is a moron, right? Yeah. Like we've talked about. Sometimes it's guys up front need to go win some battles, right? Go clear some holes. I mean, we talked about some Saquon runs for Monday night that if he would have just had a little bit better vision, could have changed the course of the game.
Yeah.
The one down the goal line, you never get to the penalty because if he cuts in instead of riding the left side of the offensive lineman, if he just stays middle and cuts a little bit in from the 2-yard line, he works his way into a touchdown right there. But instead, he picks wrong way to go and runs into D lineman. Not blaming him, just saying little things. And when you're great, I know you can lose a step after a monster year, but you can't lose vision after a monster year, right? You know what I mean? There's things allowed, and my allowance here on what Tom Arnone allows and doesn't allow, I guess. My rules and regulations in sports.
Maybe 9 minutes away from getting a little more rest than you thought here.
Well, then it comes down to 1. Magic number's 1 then.
Yeah, you get a little more rest here because
if they lose, magic numbers
like you alluded to, you're never going to get to the 4, so you're going to be the 2 or the 3. You know what I mean? So
it's 1, Greg.
It was 3 going into this week. Any combination of wins and a Dallas loss.
I actually wanted them to win so they can keep drinking their Kool-Aid that they have a chance. and then to stay on our ass a little bit. So we just have to,
Because we're up a game and a half on them.
Yeah, no, I knew it was if we went 2-2 and they went 4-0, they would win the division. That's what I knew. So we had to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was not going to happen.
I knew they weren't going to go 4-0.
After their win, the magic number is 2.
More of a warehouse going 1-3, and them going 3-1.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
I could wrap my head around that, but they haven't won shit ever, and I don't expect it to start happening now. And they will collapse when needed, when called upon, and here we are.
Their defense is trash.
It's 2 as of right now, after our win. So a Dallas loss, we go to 1.
Then we need one more win. I got you.
Or even we don't even need to win; they just need to lose one more.
True.
And I'd say, Dave, the Chargers next week.
You are correct.
Yeah. It was, again, a get-right game. I think we've been talking about it. We needed it. It was exactly what we needed. Now we got to get ready for the commies. And it's at commies, right? First one's at commies, right? Yeah. So are we? Is it at commies, at Bills, and then home for the last game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got away with a hold there, Craig. But what are you gonna do? Referees are terrible anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have played in factor, but he did get away with a hold.
Yeah, that was a big hold too.
Yeah, it was. Yikes!
Yeah, it was on the touchdown too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. What's his name? I mean, I thought Goddard had a good game except for that brutal drop. I love how he's pointing to himself afterwards. Like, yeah, we know Dallas.
Was it the touchdown? Was it the touchdown or was it the deep ball to Devontae? I thought it was the deep ball to Devontae.
No, you're right. Deep ball to Devontae.
Yeah.
Wasn't a touchdown. It was like a 50-yard.
But either way, set up a touchdown. The 50-yard.
It was a big
play.
play.
Monster play. I mean, you can't.
Hey, listen, it's not a penalty if they don't call it. All right? That's
we
all
got enough penalties, so I'm glad they missed one. I mean,
True.
Holy shit, if we had enough penalties on some weak shit. I still run back to the Moata holding on the AJ touchdown on Monday night. It's still weak in today's holding world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like didn't dictate the play.
Yeah, he got a hand on him, but it didn't affect. He didn't turn him.
No, like that's
I'm
why
a big turn guy.
Make an impact.
I use my eyes. I use my eyes.
Flag.
Yeah.
Flag him.
And you know what else I use? I know you guys do too. The simplest one. Did it affect the play?
That's it.
I think that
is it on the other side of the field, or is it right here?
Yeah.
It's not baseball. It's not baseball. Like he balks, he balks. Like, you know what I mean? There isn't. Did it affect something? If he's balking, he's balking. Right? That's not something. It's not an interpretation. That is factual. Like a hold can be interpreted differently. Right? Did it affect something?
I'm right with you, Tommy. I hate when it's like the other side of the play or way behind the play or something. Come on. It's like you're also like telling your guys, like, come on, dude, what are you doing?
Or illegal man downfield.
But also,
the illegal man downfield always gets me too.
Yeah.
The illegal man downfield tells me that, okay, you guys got money on something. When it's the illegal man downfield, it's their 50-yard play. And that guy that was a yard down too far, he dictated something. Oh, that's what you're telling me? Somebody was keeping an eye on the big lineman and make sure they're covering him 50 yards down the field. Like there's certain plays in the NFL. Not even just Eagles, just in general. You're like, come on, knock it off. Like you just wanted to do something. They hit a quota today. It's like a police officer.
I mean, listen, it doesn't get any more. Listen, it don't get any more embarrassing or glaring than the Rams-Lions game. I mean, Parkinson's down to 2, and they reviewed it. Come on, man. And they reviewed it. Like, I don't even know how you come back and adjust. If they tell me in the headset, hey, we're keeping that a touchdown, I can't even announce that to the crowd or the TV because I feel like everybody's going to absolutely egg my house. I can't even make the announcement. That's how embarrassing I am.
He wasn't even at the 1. Like you said, he wasn't even at the 1. He was at the 2.
Incredible.
It always amazes me when they go to replay and still get it wrong.
Yeah.
Like baseball too, right? Like he's out.
The Devontae one today, he literally caught the ball
on the marker.
And they wrote him a foot short. And I'm like waiting for him. Like, you guys have replay assists for a reason. Like, New York is like the perfect bar, like the perfect man cave, right? Like, he's got a million screens.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you guys not to be like, hey, let me call down here.
And they
Like,
go,
what are we doing?
They love to think we're stupid and go with, well, what they called on the field is tough to overturn.
Yeah.
You're asshole. That's just your asshole talking. You understand? Thursday night. All right, Pitt's arm clearly lands out first, not his
By
butt.
the way, what was that about?
Not his butt cheek. You understand? Right? His elbow lands. It's not simultaneous. It's
Yeah,
not
it was
what
clear.
they called on the
Clear as
field.
day.
It's clear. Elbow first, butt cheek. Come on, man. Like, it's just you
know what that was? That was Brian Wilson is playing against him in fantasy play.
Can we get him?
That's
Hey,
a
Brian.
touchdown. That's number 3. The guy had the game of his fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, this one's for you.
Yeah, Obi's such an asshole. He's like, I figured I was up so much I just left T. Higgins in today.
Oh,
I lost to a guy. I had a guy with a 0. He's like, I just left him in. I'm like, you're such a piece of shit, dude.
Jesus.
Dropped 170 on me in the playoffs. What a fucking asshole, dude. I told him, I said, if you wake up and your car's egged,
Yep, you know
where to look.
Bill, I agree with everything, but the Rams scored 30 by accident, like on us. Like I just don't. In the 20s for sure, they'll score that easy. I think they'll have a little trouble getting 30 by accident on us. But on us, other teams for sure, absolutely, they're loaded offensively. I think we give them. We're going our line.
If Devontae's hurt, that could hurt them because they go to him in the red zone crazy.
Yeah.
Well, just even if if he's healthy, he's awesome, right? I get it. But like my whole point is you win up front. And if you can put pressure on Stafford, right, it doesn't matter. It might not matter. And it comes down to this defensive line where all our resources are. Where are our resources? Up front. Where do we pride ourselves at? Up front. So when you pride yourself there, if you can go win, I don't know if they score 30 by accident. That's all. I mean, I know what he's saying. He meant everybody else, but again, not everybody. If you're a top 5 defense, I don't know if they're going to score 30 by accident on you. That's all. That's my only difference. 20s, yes, accidentally. 30, I think you need a little bit, maybe not by accident. But that's just
we just got to sustain drives. You know what I mean, Tommy? If we sustain drives offensively, then our defense is fresh. Though they're going to look good. Doesn't matter who we play. If we sustain drives offensively, our defense stays fresh. They're going to look good. Now, if we're on the field all game, like we've been a couple times this year, that's when we can start having breakdowns.
Well, yeah, and absolutely. And just a step further, which is I agree with that 1,000%, is you keep it out of the hands of the guy that's dangerous. The other guys that are dangerous. The teams you're playing. You know what I mean? So if those guys are clearly offensive geniuses or juggernauts, whatever you want to. Write down on paper. You keep the ball away from you. You play keep away, then the less possessions they have, and they can't get to 30.
Absolutely. Tough to score when you're on the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, really tough to score when you're on the ball. We saw that last postseason.
You're Syracuse playing Notre Dame.
We saw that last postseason with in the Rams game, right? We did a good job in the playoff game at home, sort of keeping it out of their hands for the most part. Why it was a little bit of a lower scoring type game than you would expect from those two teams. I mean, weather had a little bit of part of it, obviously, but
for sure.
But you guys know what I mean. In terms of that, you keep multiple.
Both D lines get after it. I mean, if we play them, it's going to be a battle. You know it. We know it.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to look forward to that, right? I want to look forward to another.
We're going to have to win a playoff game against a good team before that.
Somebody said in the chat, I don't care who we play these last 3 weeks, or these last 4, I should say, that last quarter. I don't care who we played.
He didn't get to it.
Short. I think he's short.
He definitely is.
I just want to be hot going in, right? I just want to be hottish going in. I want to be feeling good about ourselves going in to the dance. And if we're feeling good about ourselves going in, all right, if we are as a fan base, we will be as a football team.
I was definitely short.
And there's no reason that we can't, go win 2 games in the playoffs. Because you know what I always say, and we all always say, like, if you get to an NFC title game, just give me a chance, right? Like, I always talk about those. Yeah, just give me a seat at the table, right? And
starting
I got a
defense, seat at the table.
Well, that starting defense can go win you a game like that. So give me a seat at the table.
Coach about this? Coach doesn't want to talk about this. I love that fucking movie.
Oh, me too.
And get fired up, Latimer.
The unedited version too. I need to watch the unedited version.
Put the women and children in bed and go looking for fucking dinner.
Laying in the middle of the road. They took that out. That out.
Yeah, because some kids got ran over, I think.
Yeah. Sorry.
I might remove that scene.
Use your fucking head.
Yeah. Hey, kids, don't lay in the fucking street.
Yeah. After school special. Hey, fucking dipshit.
We'll help you guys here at HD. Don't lay in the fucking street.
Fucking Hollywood. But I digress. Take it out. take it out.
Great movie though.
Take out everything.
Alvin Mack. Kill everyone.
Yeah, I can read. It says Adidas.
Yeah, Billy. Phil's been a really big acquisition for us. It really changed the front.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, sweet.
What's funny is I don't think the Dolphins have lost since they traded them.
No, they played well since, yeah, for sure.
They're great.
And we haven't.
I mean, they have. Funny. What, they won six in a row sweeps? Is that what they've won?
We played 500 since we got them.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Started off all hot.
Yeah,
he's played well, but he has played well though. Yeah, for sure.
No, he has. He's a great addition, and again, a reason why this defense can win you games in the postseason. But they got to continue playing like this the rest of the year, and this offense has to continue to grow off of today. Needs to carry into Saturday, and if we can get this carry over into Saturday, and we can sustain drives and these third down opportunities that come up, we're able to stay on the field like we did today, 10 out of 13. When you're doing stuff like that, right? One, it's going to change the way you
play on Saturday.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's fun.
5 o'clock Saturday. So if we can go into this and we can, right, if you can sustain that another week, right? My point of that is it starts that becomes contagious too, right? Staying on the field, that is another one. You know, getting off the field, we saw that all year. I mean, we lead the league in third down conversions. So to be able to go 10 for 13 and sort of shift that a little bit for a day. Let's go shift it again next week, right?
We have to set the record this year for most games played on different days. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And yeah, I mean, so again, you look at the year as a whole, like the wacky schedule that we had. No back-to-back home games, right? Like,
yeah,
short week off a short week off a short week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No back-to-back home games is a joke.
Saves me a trip to the link for Stromboli's.
The only back-to-back home game we might get would be obviously last game of the year,
and then playoff game,
and wild card, So which would be nice because maybe then things go our way. Again, you get the 2 or 3 seed, maybe you're playing 2 games at home, right? Or you would be playing 2 games at home. So that's what you're sort of shooting for here.
Absolutely. That's what you're absolutely shooting for.
Oh, yeah, Bill. Like we just talked about, they screwed us for sure. But that's part of winning a Super Bowl. But I've never seen a Super Bowl winner have this much.
No,
the no back-to-back home games is crazy.
Crazy. You at least should have gave them the respect.
Crazy. I guarantee no one else had that.
The respect to be the Super Bowl champion. Your last 2 games of the year, minimum should have been at home. Figure it out before that. You should have finished the year at home. At minimum, because that's when the body's the tiredest, right? That's when the flight and the different things, if you got the sprains and different things like that, flights don't help that, right? So that's when you give a team, hey, your last 2 games are at home, right? And you just slow it down a little bit there. But no, you want to come out and give us a goddamn fucking Saturday game after we just got done playing Monday night to fly all the way home from LA to play Sunday at 1, and now you want to get cute and throw a Saturday at 5. Are you guys assholes? This one was chosen. You chose this. This wasn't like pre-scheduled. You said, "Hey, we're going to be jerk offs. Hey, look at us. We're mixing in some Saturdays here.
Flex it out.
Flex it on Saturday." Assholes. And I don't get caught up in the schedules. But this one, even when we went over in August, I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, guys, I don't get caught up in this. I still think they're. At the time, I thought they were a 13.
Probably missed it because it might just say the date, might not say the day. I mean,
yeah, we probably did miss it, to be honest with you. Probably was Saturday the whole time. We just didn't know what time. And then the time comes down. We're like, Saturday. Guarantee we had this date the whole time. Guarantee if we went back and looked at the dates, no doubt about it. I would have been yelling. I would have been flipping out in August. But Saturday 5. Another short week, you jerk offs, and a divisional game too. Imagine if it meant something. I mean, if Daniels was playing, this would be a scheduled loss. You know what I mean? Oh, thank God they're stupid. But either way, either way, it's a mock.
Thank God Josh Howard bought them. Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bud.
It's tough though. I feel like the guys that rehab and they want to play, it's tough to be like, listen, you're healthy, but we're not playing you. So I don't know, it's double-edged sword, but I hear you.
But there was, I get you 100%.
Yeah,
but there was
they
had no shot.
They
had no shot. They had 2 wins.
Yeah, but you don't think he wants to play, Greg?
I know.
He's rehabbing. He wants to play.
Completely agree with you. I get that.
You were working last weekend. The reason why we kill, you got to be the adult in the room. I'm not saying that I agree with you. I know as a competitor you want to play. The original injury, they're down 30. They're down 30. You know what I mean? That's how he.
Well, yeah, that was brutal.
The
original injury was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bud.
Surprised Bobby didn't jump in and say something.
That's Booby Miles stuff. You know what I mean? Except they were down 30, not up 30.
Yeah. You can't.
Y'all won't win. Put Booby in. God, Jerry looks like he's dying.
And you also missed LeBron came in with his burner account last week. I think I mentioned he was an egomaniac, and some guy was like, I don't understand. Egomaniac. He's the most humble athlete that we've ever seen in the history of sports. That's what the guy said. We just drove by it.
Straight-faced.
We just drove by it, straight-faced.
I'm not sure I would say most humble athlete in the history of sports.
You're not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of humble there. What I call humble pie.
Yeah, we're like, hey, thanks for stopping in, LeBron. Oh, 4th and 1, I think.
It's going to be short. Yeah.
A little Webster dictionary, a humble pie. A little picture of LeBron. LeBron's got the pie today.
Get my son signed. He doesn't even belong in the WNBA. And he's fucking in the fucking D-League. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, that was like some WWE tackling right there.
Man,
on the
lost that.
And you go, I was going to say, and this is a must go for.
Yeah, you have to go.
You hold 8.
You got to go, and I mean, if you got to pick this up. They're gonna call timeout.
Bill said division games are always tough, and we know Buffalo. Well, we know what Buffalo can do, boys. With this Vikings win, be huge if they can pull it off. There's no way we won't win one game. Let's go. Yeah, we'll definitely get one.
Yeah,
I mean, Vikings win this game, we're winning the division with ease.
As bad as we played throughout the last 3 weeks leading up to today. I never questioned us winning the division.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I knew we were going to win. I had people at work tell me, like, I don't know that we can beat the Raiders. I was like, the Raiders aren't even a football team, guys. All right? We're going to kill the fucking Raiders.
Just shows we're a football team still.
Yeah.
Like, through all of it, what you can take out of that is, hey, Philadelphia Eagles, they're still here. That's what you can take out of it. They didn't go anywhere. Everybody calm down, relax. They're still really good. And you went and didn't play with your food today. Easily people could say, like, what could it be done? This was a game you should be pissed off coming into, right? And you should be salivating on to get right. And that's what they came and did. That tells me why they still are who I think they are. And why the last 3 weeks I kept saying, they'll respond. There's a response in them. Last week they gave me that. They gave me it a little bit on Monday.
Yep.
They just couldn't finish that response.
Yeah.
But I kept saying, this isn't 2023, dude. They're not going to not win a game the rest of the year. The defense is too good for that shit. And everybody's like, the defense is too good for it. They won't allow it to happen. And today's a perfect example. So even if the offense stunk today, right, they give up a goose egg. So they weren't going to allow us to lose unless maybe a tie. I mean,
we could have played like 15 quarters today. I don't think the Raiders would have scored a point.
I mean, their best drive was the one coming out of the half, and they almost got the midfield.
Well, I mean, I guess they could have kicked the field goal on that one where they went on 4th and 6, but your team's terrible. You should just be going for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're bad. Pete Carroll, you gotta fire Pete Carroll, right?
Well,
Pete,
you just wonder why Pete even took the job. Like, what are you doing at 75 taking this job, bro?
Maybe he just wanted to hang out in Vegas.
That's true.
How are you going to fire him? You just hire, like, you're going to fire him?
I mean, he's 1,000 years old. They're terrible. I
mean, his hires weren't ideal.
No.
Chip Kelly didn't age.
Apparently, that was Tom Brady. Brady wanted Kelly.
Interesting.
That's what they say. But then Brady was the one that said he got to fire him too. So that's weird.
Well, you
Oh,
probably
Chipadelphia, Chipadelphia.
after he found out he
I'm
was,
sure he'll be back in college somewhere next year.
going rogue. He was going rogue, just calling plays from UCLA. You know what I mean? He was just,
Yep. Yeah, fucking wishbone shit.
Gino's like, say again? Say again?
Coach, we didn't even practice this play.
I mean, anybody that thought that they would be competitive was just delusional to begin with. So
True.
I don't know if Pete thought like with Gino, like they could be competitive. He's got a great defense. He's got a great defense.
Oh, the piggy came out. Was he down?
He might have been down.
He's got, he's got this guy. He's got this guy. Like maybe you got some pieces. You got an early pick, right? You can get an impact player there. So, in the head, maybe he could, maybe he thought that he was coming into something a little bit better. But
imagine taking a job and then you said, "I'm taking Gino with me." Like I
mean, that's what gets me.
Straight face thinking Gino's the answer.
The time to eat the fucking cyanide pill. Like that's the time when you go, "Yep, it's time. I'm surrounded by the enemy, and I got to eat the pill."
You could have sold a fan base more on a Kenny Pickett. You really could have sold it more on Kenny Pickett. Honestly, you probably could have sold it more on Kenny Pickett.
Maybe not after today.
No, but
We're
the one
going
glove,
into the season.
But the one glove, right? And I bet you if he plays another week or two, he'll play better. You know what I mean? Than today. First start of the year is never
Can't get any worse.
and you figure like the safety valve that he wants to go to is Bowers, and we cover the tight ends now that N'Kobe's back better than anybody in the league.
Yeah.
So, it's tough. A little tough to move the ball on us when your safety blanket's going to be covered. They don't really have any receivers after they traded Myers. They got that little guy. What's his name? Trey Tucker.
Trey Tucker.
Yeah,
they stink on the outside.
Oh, they're bad.
That's why it's like
bad.
Like they're a quarterback and 17 wide receivers away. That aren't in
four
jail.
Offensive linemen.
Yeah, like they just got to keep guys out of jail, but they're like, they're 17, so figure if 5 go to jail, they're still hanging in there. There'll be at least 5 busts. So there you go. They got 7 guys maybe to choose from. We talk about the Raiders. They'll get 17 guys who run sub 4.2s.
What's funny is
they'll draft the first 3.9. They'll draft the first 3.9 guy. Like this guy ran a 3.9 40.
Jerry, it was such a cute 3 weeks, wasn't it, Jerry? Go, Jerry. It was such a cute 3 weeks. So you got your little red rocket out, and you lost at home to JJ. You lost at home to JJ.
Usually they play well at home, so this is like shocking too.
Yeah, we're better. We're better.
Losers. Oh, and they're such losers. And Aubrey's so delicious. He missed 2 tonight.
Yeah.
The guy makes them from 75 in his sleep. He missed 2.
Yeah,
he's now getting infected by the loser organization. 1995. With all that money, I got oil money coming out his ears, and he can't win.
Can't win since the salary cap.
Embarrassing.
Nice stadium.
Gorgeous.
Everything's bigger in Texas, even the losses.
A lot of them. That's why they've never been a factor to me. People come in and all the fans were cute.
Oh, everybody wants him to step down, and everybody wants him to pass away. It's like, dude, if you're an Eagle fan, you're like, Jerry, stay forever, man. Just keep taking that, rub that lotion on, buddy. Stay forever.
And these fans came in the chat.
He wants him some glory hole.
And they all thought we should be worried of them. And they won a couple games, and here we are. We're back. The only win for the Cowboys, arguably, and it's the player I really like is maybe the Micah trade when you look back on after an injury like that. You deal with an injury like that, maybe it's a semi-win for you as an organization. Might be the only goddamn thing they won, and it's by accident. It ends up being by accident. And that sucks for him too. If you're an NFC team, a little bit of a win for all the NFC teams not having to deal with him, but a huge loss for the Packers team. Who gave up a ton.
Lose your best player,
I mean, they gave up a king's ransom, rightfully so, for arguably the second best defensive player in football, because he's not the best. That guy plays on Cleveland, but he's second best.
He's stupid.
He's stupid good. That's ridiculous. I mean, he's just, and they're never ever
and straight face. There was people who wouldn't give up 3 first-rounders for him.
Yeah, it did it yesterday. Still would have. But yeah, either way, Yeah, he's a fantastic defense 32. The genius such a chess piece. I mean, look at all the tackles he had today.
Yeah.
Look at all the tackles where it was like in space. Like how I mean, it was an Eagles killer for years that we didn't tackle well in space. Right? We didn't tackle slot guys well in space. We didn't tackle tight ends in space. We didn't tackle running backs well in space. He came up and made a tackle on Gentry today. Was that was a one-on-one tackle that was just like, oh, that's big time.
And he got one on Bowers too.
Yeah, one on Bowers.
Yeah,
he's just so good. He's the best slot corner in football, and honestly, it's not close. And he might be arguably the best tackling defensive back. It's not a safety in football too. just does it all, man. Just does it all. Him and Q have been awesome this year. Awesome.
And you don't even hear about Q because no one goes to him.
No, because the numbers are pretty crazy too when you see like the breakdown stuff.
Yeah, I will say Adoree has played better.
Adoree's played well.
He's played well last few weeks for sure.
He's played well the last 5, to be honest with you. He's played well since that Green Bay game where our defense
since the bye. Yeah.
When our defense really started taking.
He got healthy. He got some confidence back in him.
I mean, look at the 2 teams you shut down. This isn't a fluke going on here. You shut down Green Bay, who can score it, and you shut down Detroit, who can score it. 2 teams who can score it, and you get, that Chicago game was ugly, but you give up 24, right? If you just look at the points, right?
Yeah, you're on the field the whole game, and they ran it down your throat.
Dallas game is the one game you want to have, and that you can't go off 24 unanswered.
That was bad.
More to that than that.
But we really only got beat. Like Chicago beat us. The other 2 we could have easily won.
Well, the first Giants game beat us too.
Well, yeah, no, I meant in the 3-loss game.
Oh, yeah. In that streak, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I said that last week or on Wednesday. Well, same thing. Like, I think Sweeps, you brought it up today. Like every one of these games over the last week, we were in despite how bad we played. Like to your point, no one beat us but Chicago, and still even in that game, we had a chance to go try and keep it a game.
I mean, we don't fumble on the tush push. We're in the lead.
Exactly.
I don't think it does, Bill. I mean, I think rest at this time of the year, just like we said last year. You know what I mean? Again, it was a special thing, possible special thing for Saquon. I know people were on both sides of it. Didn't mean they were, bad people for thinking that. You know what I mean? But I think we said last year, at least the people that were trying to step back and think objectively, that it was a domino piece. It wasn't just Saquon sitting. It had to be the lineman to sit. You know what I mean? Like, if Saquon plays, then the lineman had to play. You know what I mean? So there was more pieces. There was more pieces that had to go to that. So that's why we were in agreement that it had to happen. Sorry about history. That's just the way it goes. So I always err to the side of rest, especially in such a violent sport that football is. All right, and I think coming out of that Bills game, it's going to have a playoff atmosphere. I think with a couple of losses today, that the Bills should be in. I was going to say that they would probably be fighting for their lives, but they got to 10-4 today. So
but they might be fighting for the division.
Yeah. Huge win for them today. So it's going to be a monster game, in 2 weeks in Buffalo. So you're going to come out of that, with you win or lose, maybe not want to say banged up, but you're going to be bruised, and you're going to be it's a playoff atmosphere, and you're going to know that you were in a fight. You know what I mean? So you would love nothing better than rest in week 17.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, quarterback.
18. Last game.
Yeah, quarterback took a shot today.
Was week 18? Yeah.
Yeah, because since they played 17 games.
Yes.
Well, we're old schoolers, right? We're all old schoolers. That's why I made the same mistake earlier. I said whatever they play, 17, 18, whatever weeks it is now. But the big thing is that that final week, right? When you talk about this offensive line, okay, the ability, you need Lane back. You don't have to worry about playing Lane week 17. Good ball, Dak. You don't have to worry about playing Lane week 17 or 18, I should say, in the hopes of having the win to get in, right? Type scenario. You don't want to have to play Lane Dickerson, same situation, Cam Jurgens, even Mulata. It'd be nice just to give all your entire line just, hey, it's a week off. It's a much needed week off.
I think you give everybody.
Jalen. No, I'm saying like everybody. Like you don't want to play. You don't want to be fighting to get in week 18 anymore. Like those days are over for teams.
Yeah, and it's a division rival who, like you said, at the bottom of the pile, there might be a loose piggy. Somebody twists your ankle. It's a division rival. You know what I mean? You don't need to have any of your stars playing in that game if it's not.
You get the ref out there. He was giving them the business.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, excuse me, sir. The guy just stuck his thumb somewhere.
You just oil check me, ref.
Yep. So I think we're all in agreement, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely for resting in week 18 for sure.
Yeah, and 2 or 3 seed don't matter. You're hosting a playoff game.
Yeah,
the only thing that matters is who you play next, right? But you're hosting the first round anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep, you're hosting, so now you're home, and
you just don't want a weird injury in that last week when it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That would be the worst thing that could happen.
And last year,
you may want to adjust depending on the potential matchups, but to me though, this team, I think we're all in agreement, especially coming into this stadium. I don't care who you're bringing in, we're gonna win, or we're gonna have that opportunity to win.
Yeah, like I mean, you're gonna get that home game no matter what, and that's why next week's so important, because you could wrap it all up next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if guys really need to get off their feet, you can get them off their feet, man. Like if Landon really needs, a longer breather, then you can do it. Like you get like the little guys, like you're not gonna rest everybody, but if you can keep Saquon to 10 touches. Right, just like little stuff.
Yeah,
like Buffalo doesn't become a must-win; it just becomes,
nice to have.
Yeah, nice to have. Like that's where my head goes, because at this point it's about these guys. It's about my most important players and my all pros.
Yeah,
and Landon's one of those guys. Cam Jurgens is one of those guys. I need those 2 guys to be healthy if I'm going to be able to run the football the way I want to be able to run the football, and Lane Johnson as well.
Well,
so
there was talk of them opening up the practice window for Lane this week. Now it's just practice. Obviously, it's just practice. But like you sit there and you go, obviously with the win today, Cowboys lost. Maybe you push that back a week. Maybe you start him practice for the Bills week, not the play, but just to start the movement of getting him back. You know what I mean?
No problem with him practicing. I would not touch him on the field.
I don't think he should play till the playoffs.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him on the field until the wild card round. That wild card round, he can play. Then I'm ready for him to play. I wouldn't touch him on the field till then. At this rate, he's used to doing that kind of stuff.
Yep.
He'll be ready to go.
And I take the same approach with Jalen Carter.
Yeah, at this rate, the way those guys are playing up front too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have a well-rested. And sometimes those guys can be, rested enough to make some big plays and have some more juice in the tank than the guy.
I'm gonna put this into the just gonna put this out there now. But if we play that Monday night wild card game, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I'm just gonna put it out there now. I've had enough for the Monday nights. Give us a Saturday or Sunday game. Do not give us a fucking Monday night game.
The working man has spoken.
I hate it.
The atmosphere.
And guess what? Both times the last 2 times I've listened to a game at work. Black Friday, last Monday, not good outcomes. So no more.
No 2 for you.
That's great.
And I listened to the Giants game at work earlier this year. Most of our losses are while I'm at work. I don't like it.
Jesus.
I think the man.
It's not working, bro.
I think the man.
I know.
I think Eagle fans would say turn the damn radio off. Would you?
No, you know what we will say?
It's bigger than you.
No,
it's bigger than you.
No, we need you to quit. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to say. Okay, some things are bigger than you.
Maybe I just got to tell UPS, listen, when the Eagles are playing, I can't work.
Yeah, I'll make a call. I'll make the call for you.
Can't be working.
I'll be your legal. I'll be your legal team.
It's hurting my mental health.
It's hurting my mental health.
I'll be your legal team.
You got to get the little earpiece like Coach Brown.
Lou Brown.
Lou Brown. And,
I love this shit.
I love this.
I might move to England.
I may move to England. Who's the Gipper?
And Dallas with a loss. Honestly, I was working on a big brain idea, but McCarthy's played well the last 2 weeks, so I doubt it'll work now. But I was saying I can see Kyler Murray starting quarterback for the Vikings next year. I could envision it. Now I doubt it though, because they're probably going to stick with McCarthy since he's played well the last couple weeks. But a couple weeks ago, I was like, Kyler will be there next year. He'll play well.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, he was buns.
Oh, he was terrible. That game against Seattle, he was awful.
You've seen the ghost that Sammy Darnold sees.
Well, I mean, you gotta give and again, he wasn't a polished quarterback coming in my opinion.
No,
and he got hurt. So he needs time. Like if you're gonna be an organization that takes him, you're gonna have to go through the ups and downs of the consistency early on in his career.
I don't know what's going on with Justin Jefferson though.
So you should have told your wide receiver though.
Jefferson, well, he dropped the touchdown tonight.
He dropped something right in his hands tonight.
As I was going to say, he one got called back penalty, then he dropped the blatant one.
Yeah, my buddy had him in a parlay. He's freaking the fuck out.
I mean, right through his hands, Greg. I don't know
if
literally.
I didn't know. I was watching Home Alone. I wasn't watching this game.
Wait, what?
It's a typical Greg. That's a typical Greg response. I don't see anything else.
I was watching Home Alone. I wasn't watching the game at all.
I was going to give him credit. Not Greg, Jefferson, just because it's been a rough 2 months, and we're not in that yet. That's where I was going. We're not in that market, but you don't hear higher hell water from that guy. You know what I mean? He don't say
fucking AJ Brown be burned the city.
He don't say 2 words. I think he's a class act. You know what I mean? And just saying, like,
No, yes, he is. He doesn't.
He
said he would rather win than the numbers. He's made that clear throughout the year. So
and they don't win, so he still doesn't say anything. But I hear you.
No, and this is why some guys wanted him on draft night, some didn't.
Mm-hmm.
We can go roll tape on that one. That's a 100 catch SEC guy. He'll be fine. They'll get their chemistry. It's hard not playing with a guy when you make a change of quarterback like that. Sometimes the chemistry works right away. Other times it doesn't. They've sort of had a carousel a little bit. Obviously, a quarterback this year. I don't care who you are. That makes you sort of in for a tough year sometimes.
Yeah, and full circle to the beginning of the show. He is trying to force it to him. You know what I mean? Like you saw, like, he was just throwing. He was just throwing a couple. It was like 3 or 4 times where he was just praying, hoping that his Superman would come out and find a way to catch it. It wasn't open. Nothing was there.
Well, he's got plenty of prime left. He's not going away anytime soon, Bill. What's up? I'm not worried about.
I mean, I'm not sure his prime is being wasted away. It's 1 year,
and I'm fine with it.
He's had monster numbers the last few years.
1 win away.
Correct, Mystics. Yes.
Let's go, Mystics. Let's go, Jesse. What's up, baby? Go Birds.
Go Birds.
We're back playing the right way. We're back playing our way.
Continue this momentum.
Absolutely.
We'll pound the football. We'll pound the football style. That's who we are.
Another small Saquon scare again today. I was like, man, is he okay? Actually, I was more worried about that Jalen kind of got rolled up on that one little run to the outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that didn't look great.
He was kind of indecisive on going whether he wanted to go down or not.
And then he went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got rolled up.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
And he threw a laser. So for him, a laser in the cold weather, which was good ball. It was it for him. You know what I mean? He's been. I feel like one thing I can say is, he hasn't had the best year, or best month. He's had a good year.
Yeah.
But I feel like his ball, the last couple of weeks, at least felt like it's had a little bit more on it for him. So
I would agree with that. Because you look back,
he didn't have to do much today, but he had some nice throws. The deep ball to Devontae was a really nice throw.
Yeah. I just meant like the one he threw to Devontae in the Chargers game, where he threw him open. Like you don't see that much. That ball was zip. That ball was like, okay, you can throw that ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I don't see it all the time, but there's times where you see like, okay, it's gotten better. Like the arm strength has gotten a little bit better. But there's still work to be done, and that's not who he is. This is, again, I'm not going back on throwing it 25 times. That's who he is. But I've seen it better with some of the at times. And today I thought he did it better with the check down.
Yeah,
17 attempts of just getting the ball out of his hands. The guy's open, like Troy was saying. Get it to him. But the biggest thing he wants to do is win fucking football games.
Mhm.
Like he's made that clear. On draft night, what do we talk about? He's a winner. He's a leader. They're the things you can never take away from him. Throughout this whole month, I said, you can't take away those two things. Those two things are never going to change. He wants to win. So I guarantee you they're going to go back to him running the football. Hey, where were we today? Running the football. They went back to it, guys. Like they want to win. He wants to win. He's not stupid. He's not stupid.
And now that we're later in the year, you can do that now, right? You know, you don't want to have him take unnecessary hits in September and October, but now that we're in money time, end of December, rolling into the playoffs, now, yeah, Jalen, you gotta make up for stuff. You got to make the defense react to you again, once again.
Yeah.
You have it you've done it in the past, so now it's time to put it on and do it again.
Well, when you do it in the RPO, it just opens up things for Saquon.
Yeah,
like I was yelling for the RPO for a month now. I'm glad they like rolled it out even more today, because guys run wide open in it. Dallas was running wide open in it. Saquon had some better runs out of it. He's better out of the eye. He's better. Saquon's better under center.
Well,
our offense is better out of the RPO. It's weird. We have some weird things going on, right? Offensively, we're built better out of the shotgun, but Saquon's built better out of Jalen under center. But our RPO is good as a team, and I think that opens things up for Saquon too.
It'll get better when Lane's back too.
But yeah, I think
that stat they showed before the game today was crazy. Since Lane's been out, 24 carries to the right side. Yeah. He's been hit behind the line of scrimmage on all 24. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's insanity.
Not ideal. I thought we would do so we could do the same job that Johnson did. So like run blocking, the four of us are equivalent to Fred Johnson.
I mean, attack somebody's kneecaps, dude. Pull a Galooly.
Yeah, well, speaking about take somebody's kneecaps, Tank. I brought up that today to Cass. He goes, "What's his name?" He goes, "Is Saquon hurt?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What's his name?" I said, "Tank." He goes, "Wait, what?" And I said, "His name's Tank." And he goes, like the tank, you know. And I said, "Yeah, Tank." He goes, "What the fuck?" And I said, "Yeah, I know, but he runs it well." And then he had a big run. So I couldn't agree more about getting Tank's 4 carries here. I've been yelling that all year because he has a little bit more of a burst.
Yeah.
It's not a shot at Saquon. Not saying he lost a million steps. It's saying nobody in the history of the NFL has rushed for 2K and won a Super Bowl and is going through that wear and tear. We don't have that history. But we have the 2K history, and that's not ideal. The 2K history isn't ideal bounce backs.
Yeah, everyone always has a bad year after.
So we don't have this one. My guess is now we do. They're not good. He's still going to get 1,000 yards before week 18. So in a normal season, he would still get 1,000 yards, which is pretty easy, but he wasn't going to have 1,500 or 2K. But they have to understand that organization. I know it's hard to do. I know it's hard to say that your most explosive player, that you think is your most explosive player, might have lost a little bit this year. And how do we keep him as fresh as we can for the postseason so he has a little bit more zip? No, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to listen to me. I can sit on a fucking couch and tell you that some of the explosive plays, even today, I think he would have made more guys miss and had even bigger plays on some of the 8-9 yard runs that he had. Again, maybe I'm seeing things. I don't think I am. I really don't think I am on some of it. Not as much miss as last year. Not as much miss. Again, expected. So Tank has a little bit more.
Yeah. Last year was such an anomaly of a year, as we're finding out again, right? As we're finding out, last year was such an anomaly of a year that everything just went our way.
Yeah.
Because like you said, those holes and those visions that he saw last year, he's not seeing this year.
No.
And it's like you said, it's not a shot. That's not saying he's not good anymore.
But even
he's just not seeing them.
But even your eyes watching both guys carry.
And they're not there.
With your eyes watching both guys carry the football, who looks to hit a hole a little quicker right now?
Yeah, no, it's Tank.
Again, less carries, less sample size for sure. So we're not saying who's better. That's not the argument. It will never be the argument. Will Shipley look faster? Okay, so this isn't the argument. AJ, listen, Saquon Barkley, you ask people in New York, you can ask people here. Okay, people here won't know it yet. Maybe they can start to. He is not great constantly inside the tackles all the time. All the time. He's not. It's not. Greg, he was, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
explosive.
Listen,
It's not a
you see-
shot.
It's
Some guys,
happened. Yeah, it's happened before in the history of the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, fire and ice, thunder, thunder and lightning, stuff like that. You know what I mean? You see it in Motown. You know what I mean? It drives me nuts as a Gibbs owner, but also as a fan of the game because he's so electric. We'll have a game like today where he does nothing, which it's a head scratcher. I can't
Thanks for
believe it.
playoffs. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I can't believe it.
thanks
there's
for
a
calling
game
plays, man.
and he ever does it, and he
Yeah.
doesn't do
What a
anything.
fraud.
But they don't waver down there. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying they're counting their Super Bowls. I'm just saying it happened in the history. You can do it. You can keep, two guys happy and understand your role and stay healthy. And then and you can keep the other guy. It doesn't matter whose turn it is. You can keep the guy, your guy. Obviously Saquon's your guy. And when it's in the crust of a game or in an important drive, you keep him in that spot. Right, but there's no reason to not, get the other guy some opportunity. Especially that's why you traded for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's got to be pass blocking to me that keeps guys off the field. So it's definitely it's definitely not the run game.
If you miss your assignment, you're going to get somebody killed. If you miss an assignment or you miss a block, you're going to get somebody murdered. So I agree with you. They don't want anybody in.
That's my argument. I don't
that
go
guy
back.
That guy can't.
Yeah.
That guy don't know who's
I don't
picking
go
up.
back.
You don't know who the Mike
and
is. You don't know who the Sam is. You don't. You know what I mean? And that's real shit, bro.
I don't know what Tank knows, or I don't know what the tape shows.
Yeah, we're not
right. Right. So I'm making assumptions off of who's got a better burst. If Saquon's in there on third downs more and in these situations because of the pass blocking or different situations, I get it. I get it, right? I can't argue that because he's a great pass blocker. He just is. Even when he might struggle with other things, that thing does not leave his game whatsoever, as we've noticed this year. Because I thought our pass block has been really good as a unit and with him. But that's my only guess. But Tank's been out there a lot on third down. So maybe it's just something they're trying to grow him into when you get a guy over here late, like they did, right? I mean, but again, we always saw running backs, you could do that stuff late, right, guys? But maybe it's just a situation where, I don't know. They in-house know Saquon's so good that they just think the switch is going to turn on. I know what they think. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid or naive to know what they think. And when it comes to this.
Sure.
Very true, Jesse.
Oh yeah, I mean, Gainwell got a lot more time on the field than Tank has. Gainwell was a good third down guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Really good third down guy. I remember last year people yelling that Gainwell was on the field too much. There was some of that, if you remember back. He does hit holes just full speed. He doesn't dance. I think that's what Saquon's been doing a little bit too much of.
Yeah, he definitely has.
I think that's what equals 3.9 yards a carry this year, which should be more around like 4.2, which would be just that much better of a team, because that's how important it is. I think some dancing is when you're not getting that big play.
Yeah, because the hole's not
pressing.
there.
You're pressing.
The hole's not there, so you're trying to immediately bounce it. So we understand that, and he's used to that from his days in the Meadowlands. All right, so when he got here, it was he was a little bit spoiled. All right, still didn't take away from the talent and the elite back that he is. There was just there was Mack truck holes last year. So you still got to hit them. You still got to get to the second level, even though albeit all untouched, and you still got to have a breakaway speed, to turn that into 60. We see a lot of guys get caught and run down. So, there's not a shot at him. It's just, he's this year it's a little bit of his Meadowland days. You know what I mean? When offensive line banged up and the hole's not there, and he's trying to make something out of it, and that's where the dancing and the happy feet come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question about it. It comes from
Just
PTSD.
Trust it might open up.
Yeah,
trust it might open up. Hit it.
Yeah, it's a PTSD.
Yep, absolutely.
Like week 1, he probably didn't dance as much as he did week 5,
Sure.
Right? And that just continues to trickle when you're not getting that play. When now it's like, hey, less is more sometimes. Right now, you have to get back to less is more. I think I've seen a little bit more of that from him. Of getting back to less is more, taking what's there over the last, I'll say 2 weeks of just putting his head down. Because sometimes you got to put your head down, dude, and fall forward for 2 yards and just eat it. Okay, 2-3 yard gain. It's a positive gain. It's a positive gain. This offense is good when it's in positive gains. If you're staying, if he's getting 3 yards, and you're giving me a 3rd and 4 with this offense, I'm feeling good that we're going to convert that. Right, with the weapons that we have at our disposal and a running quarterback at times, right? I feel good about that.
Yeah,
right?
If you're at the 80% of the tush push clip, you know what I mean. It could be full 4 down territory.
Yep.
If, 4th and 1.
Yeah, so 3rd and 3, it's still a running down per se. 3rd and 4, you can go run it still. So you open yourself up when you're in those plays, but when you're bouncing and you're trying to do too much, you get yourself caught. You lose 2 yards on 1st down. Yeah. You get where I'm going with this.
Now it's 2nd and 12.
No, 2nd and 12.
3rd and 9. 3rd and 8.
I'm not saying any offense ideally plays well behind the sticks. This one is not built to play well behind the sticks. We've seen that, right? Where other offenses can overcome it. Some quarterbacks, just with their zippity doo-dahs, can overcome it on one throw. This is just not who we are. So, again, that's why penalties have killed us.
Zippity doo-dah day.
Yeah.
Back to the bowl.
No, they just don't. Yeah, they don't have a lot of come from behind wins. To your point, I mean, they're not built like that. Doesn't mean they can't do it. We've seen obviously, games where they've come back and win. Obviously the Rams coming to mind, but and having to throw that much, but they're just not built. To your point, to play behind.
It's not ideal.
They're not built to play behind the sticks or come from behind. They play well as front runners, and that's not a shot, and that's not a negative. Right? That's a good thing. It means you got to lead. It means control the line of scrimmage. It means you're playing good defense. All right, and you're playing from ahead a lot, which means you're a good team. I mean, you're playing from ahead.
Care to share?
It's not sports related, but it said Rob Reiner and his wife were found dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that that alert early, but they weren't sure who it was. It just 2 people were found in the house, but I guess it's coming out that it is them.
Yeah, crazy.
Jesse says Nick Foles podcast. He said when he ran the RPO, he felt like he get 3 yards running the ball. He's handing it off. You mean like if Nick kept it, you're saying, Jesse?
Yeah.
In the RPO? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Jalen could get 3 too. Then that's the big part of the game where, they're starting to do it more, starting to show it more. They're having more success out of it. And I think you're just going to keep growing from it and get more comfortable with it. But like I said, the Eagles back in 2017 had a ton of success with it. And it wasn't a running quarterback.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you have those like a big wideout, like a Jeffrey, and the other fast guy and Nelson, right? You could do those types you could run that type of offense to fit your skill level in a way. And just to make defenses freeze a little bit, make them make decisions. Right. I think when you make defense have to decide which guy are we going to try to take out of this one. Well, guess what? You have a smart enough quarterback that knows and has ran it throughout his career.
Yeah, you just got to run enough.
Yeah. Keep it. Dallas wide open. Oh, keep it. I'm going to run it. You have things to do out of the RPO. Run pass option. It's not run option, right? We're not running our college just run option. This is the ability to throw out of this too. When you have that ability to throw out of it, my point is they've ran it more, which I like. It doesn't need to be your whole offense. It shouldn't be your whole offense, right? But it needs to be a part of your offense, especially when you're struggling. You need to go to it immediately, just like being up tempo. Like up tempo gets you out of things. The RPO gets you out of things. There are 2 things. You add them in, they can get somebody wide open, like we talked about today. It did, and different things like that. But it should never be your whole offense because they're real good out of under center. Which opens up big play action because that's how good they're running the ball out of center, under center. So there's more things to this offense than just that. But yeah.
And it's funny too, because this week and last week they were more under center than they were against Dallas and whoever the other loss was, Chicago. right? It was almost like against Chicago and Dallas, they went away from under center after they had success before the bye with it, or in Green Bay and Detroit. And then you come back and against the Chargers, and then today they went even more. They weren't like that whole first drive was almost exclusively under center, and it was a lot of positive yards. So yeah, I mean it's about mixing it up, keeping it fresh, but also being successful out of it as well.
Yeah, and it just sets so many things up. I mean, it's again. We understand that the game has changed and, everybody wants to act like they reinvented the wheel, you know what I mean? But as long as the game has been played, it started under center, you know what I mean? Shotgun is something that evolved and it's great to have, all right? But you shouldn't live in it, you know what I mean? Like being under center just creates so much more options, the play action the changing of the plays when you can go tap your guys. I know you can change plays in the shotgun too. Don't get me wrong, but the days of walking down the line and tapping a guy, you might see something. I don't know, it just creates a lot of different looks. Just give you.
But even with the running back too, right? They're more downhill when they get the ball.
Yeah.
They get the ball running. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get handed to them while they're standing there.
We've screamed about it for years. Like, why are we handing the ball to the guy next to us when he's not moving? But then when you're under center, he's going downfield. He's going downhill. You can see his hole before might even be there. It's been super effective and it's helped. I think Saquon kind of revitalize himself and kind of get over that hump.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah, and that's why I like the RPO in that format because it's up to your quarterback to open that hole up for the running back to decide if he's giving it to him, depending on the DN. Right.
That was good to see. Yeah.
So that again helps Saquon. I just don't like the shotgun straight handoff.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I'm like, what are we doing? Shotgun straight handoff. That doesn't make sense, period. That'll never be successful. So that's the one thing I would just erase out of my playbook altogether. Doesn't mean you can never go in the shotgun. Just don't give the handoff out of the shotgun unless it's 3rd and 58 and you're just giving up on a play. You know what I mean? Just, hey, we'll punt this one. Yeah. All right, then I get it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. 3rd and 58.
3rd and 58. I mean, we're punt. We're punt.
Or just or create some motion and then get a jet sweep going or something. You know what I mean? Like you can do plenty of things from the shotgun that doesn't have to be statuesque.
I thought we had a lot of motion.
In my opinion, you know what I mean? Sure, absolutely.
In that point of the motion conversation that we've had throughout the year, there was a lot. Devontae, I felt like was. Did a whole track session in this game early on. He was in motion every play. So I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said earlier about shifting gears a little bit, the inbound today in the Sixers. The end of that game that was inbounded in the Hawks' end, and as he caught it and ran back, step over the line.
There's the thing you said, right?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah, it was a backcourt.
Yeah,
I mean, clear as day backcourt.
You can go backcourt, you can't catch it.
You can't catch it and then go backcourt. Yeah.
No. So just the way the Sixers ended up losing today, not fun, but. Yeah, Maxi's still sick. So, we'll hopefully get him back. I think we have another long little break this week, too. We might not play again till Friday, I think. We don't play again till Friday. I don't know why. It could be because of the NBA Cup going on.
Yeah, the finals this week sometime, right?
Yeah.
Might be tomorrow, no?
No, Tuesday.
I think. I think it's Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I was right.
We don't play Friday at New
Friday
York.
And the Knicks. Yep. So another
and then,
long
of course,
break.
back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Then we go Saturday. Of course, Saturday. Come on, dude. Saturday, 7:00 Mavericks. That's the central time slot. That should be an 8:00 game. Not going up against the Birds.
Yeah.
We prefer that. So yeah.
Spurs Knicks in the finals.
Yeah, a little road.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, we'll get in
Spurs. Wemby came back and was
yes.
Oh, well, that's good. Yesterday. We'll get the Knicks. We'll get the Knicks after little finals run there, which is nice, I guess. And then we'll definitely have Tyrese back by that, and so pretty overall healthy team now for the most part. Just trying to get Kelly back. Is like that last guy, and Watford for anybody that likes Watford's game, which I like his game a little bit, but there'd be the two guys missing.
Yeah, they do nothing for me.
Kelly does.
I can't even get into it. I just don't like the Sixers. I love Maxey.
Yeah, nobody's asking you to. You know
I
mean?
know. It's just tough right now. I can't get into them.
Well, we're in
football.
We're in Eagles mode right now, but
know.
when we're an hour 40 in, we like to just wrap it up with them. Have a quick little combo.
Oh, no, we can have a combo. I'm saying personally, I just can't get into
I wasn't asking for permission. You know what I mean? I wasn't.
I can't get into the Sixers right now. That's all.
We've always been after Christmas, guys. We've always talked about that. So what you're saying though is after Christmas, you're still not going to be.
No. Well, once the we'll say once the Super Bowl happens, I'll be into the Sixers.
So you're deeper,
right? Yeah, right around Labor Day, right around Memorial Day. Right around Memorial Day, Wilson's in.
Yeah.
Then it's Phillies, and he's out anyway.
Well, I think you're just missing something so big, Wills. I think you're missing VJ. VJ's so much fun to watch, and I just think you're missing him.
I need a West Coast trip so I can actually watch the games.
It's over Christmas, or that week after Christmas.
Of course, I mean that's the week. That's the week VJ probably have his worst week as a Sixer, and you're gonna be coming back and be like, Tom has no idea what he's talking about.
I know what VJ brings to the table. Exciting player.
Well, I think it's his 3-point ability that wasn't shown in college is the big thing that I've really liked, that he's developed so quick, so fast here at the NBA level, which I don't think anybody was really expecting.
It's not a West Coast, it's just a road trip. It's the Disney on Ice road trip. They're at Chicago, at OKC, at Memphis, at Dallas, at New York. So not necessarily West Coast, but they are on a road trip right after Christmas.
Yeah, I need a couple 10 p.m.ers, Yeah,
throw
me a couple 10 p.m.ers.
That's not there yet.
OKC's got to be 8:30 at least, I would think, right?
OKC, that's a 3:30. It's a Saturday, Sunday game. It's 3:30.
Okay, all right.
There's 8 and 8:30 Memphis and Dallas. Dallas is New Year's Day.
Well, New Year's Day's doable, even though I'll probably be watching college football. But New Year's Day is doable.
We're just checking in on you whenever we're just seeing what day you're gonna be watching.
Well, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that we're at the point where we're checking in. Hey, what days Wilson decided to check in and watch?
When's he gonna dabble?
Yeah, make sure you come in the group and just let us know. Like, hey guys,
I will. I will. Don't you worry.
We're dabbling tonight, guys.
Talking about how Embiid's a fucking lazy piece of shit.
Get these roads clear, would you please? It's gonna be 18 degrees.
What's going on with Paul George is back though, right? Like I saw that he's obviously been playing.
Yeah, he played well tonight.
Well, that's good.
He played well last night. He played
2 nights ago. I saw he had like 39.
Yeah, and he played good tonight for the most part, but PG had a big night tonight, which was good. He took a stupid 3 to like win it. BJ got a monster rebound, and then Grimes took like a panic 3. Where that's my only gripe with Grimes. I'll like do panic shots, like sometimes, and he panicked 3 instead of like guys closing out hard, dude. That's a pump fake, put her on the floor, reset, bang. And he panicked it and came up short on it. And that was before the inbound, obviously. The inbound heard around the world. And a December loss. But yeah, but PG took a really like why are you taking that shot? Like sort of fading away from 3 from the corner. Like
that's end game Paul George. That's how that works.
Yeah, like I need Tyrese for that one, but I need Tyrese on the court. But no, I mean, yeah. But again, the only 2 things keep me going and keep me sane is Tyrese Maxey and BJ.
I mean, what are they sitting in? They're sitting in the 4 seed right now.
I don't even know.
I mean, they are. They're somewhere right around there.
They're the 7 seed.
Okay, I was wrong.
but a game and a half behind the 4 seed.
Okay, yeah, so they're
So,
right. They're right there.
Yeah. Boston's 3-5 back. Orlando's and Toronto are 4-5 at 5.5, and the Sixers are 6. So they're, I mean, heck, they're a game out of the 3rd place, a half game out of 2nd or 4th and 5th.
Who's won? Knicks?
Pistons.
No,
Pistons. Ooh.
Pistons.
20-5.
Yeah, Pistons been balling.
I mean,
Kate's
and that's
good.
not even good when you have Oklahoma City 24-2.
Yeah, Kate's
Yo,
good.
they're pretty good.
They're all right.
Yeah, they're decent.
OKC's not bad. Yeah.
They'll
And
make it.
I think they're gonna have a high pick again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they have
Clippers stink, right? They have the Clippers.
yeah, they have the
unprotected.
Clippers, and I think it's unprotected.
It is unprotected, 1,000%.
Fucking put a condom on, you fucking sick fucks.
They might even trade it because they like who if they get a rookie, where's he even going to play?
Sure. Sure, they'll find a spot for him.
Yeah.
It's a good rookie class too coming in. Got some pretty decent impact, especially the freshmen if they come out.
One good thing about the Sixers this year, 6th in the league in rebounding, 1st in the league in blocks. So some of the hustle.
Oh no!
Well, some of the hustle stuff, I think Andre being healthy has really helped, obviously, in the rebounding department for sure. But just some rebounds, a hustle, a 1-2. So it's nice. It's nice being up there in that category. That's something we've struggled with in years past, as we know.
For sure.
Holy shit. Did he kill him?
But yeah, VJ.
He should have.
VJ.
You see that?
He should have.
Yeah.
No, I watched the whole video yesterday. The Sydney
sorry.
shooting. The dude that took the gun from the
Guy
guy.
tackled him. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, but he let him walk away, and he walked back to where the other guy was shooting from and picked up a rifle and started shooting again.
Oh, shit.
I even just shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, you got to shoot him.
You got to shoot him. I mean, he's shooting people. You got to shoot him.
Yeah. Absolutely. What a move.
I mean, it's a great move. It's a ballsy ass
kill
move
with your
to
own
go
gun.
take the gun.
Yeah.
But then you just hold the gun and let him walk away.
Blindside sack. Tremendous blindside sack, strip sack, and he didn't kill the guy.
At least shoot him in the leg. But yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that I don't want to get into it, but everyone's take away the guns, yeah, and then it takes the police a year and a half to fucking stop dudes from shooting. That was way too long. Those dudes were just standing in the open shooting for way too long.
Yep.
Way too long.
Yeah.
No Australia, no guns.
No guns.
Australia's, oh God, Jesus Christ, rubber mallets. That's what they use in Australia. That's unbelievable. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, yeah, let's get right past that. That's incredible.
we're not gonna talk about where those people were from either, firing the shots.
Yeah, just skip over that.
No, I won't. I mean,
I know. No, I'm just saying, you're right.
Yeah, Middle East. I mean, you can just take it from wherever you want to take it from, where they're from. But
yep, 100%. Nothing to see here.
Not ideal. So they're not just attacking this country; they're attacking other ones too, and they've been attacking the UK for a while now.
Big time.
So now they're just took over New York City. So it's time. Time's yours.
Wild times.
Time to make it a parking lot. Get your oil from somebody else. Make it a parking lot. Oh, Donnie, make it a parking lot.
Hey, one time.
20 years. Fucking it's in the Middle East. A goddamn fucking parking lot.
Yeah, but I don't know why it hasn't been, to be honest with you.
That's
I don't know what's it.
Push the button. Parking lot.
Yeah, and they're never stop. And everyone's so worried about the Gaza. They're never going to stop fighting. They're always going to hate each other. They're always going to be fighting. They're never going to stop.
Yeah. Well, crumb of the week. Anybody got anything?
I got one. This is something's got to happen with the refereeing in college basketball is brutal, and I'm mainly because Syracuse got screwed yesterday. Obviously, you can't be in that close of a game against Hofstra, but
oh my God,
just brutal foul at the end of the game not called, and then we had we could have challenged it if we had a challenge, but we used the challenge before because the guys just threw the ball away on out of bounds, and then they came back and said that we touched it. Well, clearly you can see the ball doesn't change. You know what I mean? Like if someone touches the ball, it changes the spin of the ball. You know what I'm saying, Greg? You can clearly see the ball doesn't change. So obviously no one touched it. I was livid last night. Because I can already see it now. We're going to miss the tournament by like one game. It's going to be this fucking loss that keeps us out of the tournament. And I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
Hofstra. Wow.
Hofstra. The pride. Couldn't miss a fucking open shot. That's just how it goes for them. The fucking Hofstra pride. Couldn't believe it. Speedy Claxton. Speedy Claxton's their coach.
Yes, that's
Old
right.
Speedy.
He is.
Old Speedy. Yeah.
Good old Speedy.
Former Sixer. But yeah. The refereeing is brutal. Like if you have the opportunity, like the last minute, you should want to get the calls right. So we shouldn't have to challenge for you to go check that. It's a blatant foul, slap across the wrist. What are we doing? Put him on the line. Boy, now granted, we can't make foul shots, so he might not have made them.
It doesn't matter.
But put him on the fucking line. Drive me crazy.
Yeah,
But I do love college basketball. And I'm happy it's back.
It's definitely wild the way that they're doing the review system in college.
If you lose one, you don't get another one.
Yeah, like you get one.
Strange.
You can
again,
and just like everything else, you can only use it for certain things.
Yeah,
can't use it for all things, and they just constantly get them wrong. And then obviously the coaches don't know how to use them yet.
Yeah, true, and I agree. I mean, just in general, refereeing is just terrible.
It's been horrible.
It's
across
terrible.
all
It's terrible in
sports.
the NBA. It's terrible in the NFL. It's terrible in college basketball. It's terrible everywhere. The Parkinson thing today was crazy. Dude's 2 yards short of the end zone, touchdown. Then review it. Oh, touchdown. What are we even watching?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I saw a video. I don't know how recent it was, but like I watched a video of like somebody from the Warriors or Bucks or somebody took 3 dribbles to go to length of the court, and then like as he's picking up, he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we? This can't be. It can't be enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it's just you would think with the advancements that the refs would be getting better. They're not.
Like I love, even though it's not always perfect, but like I like the review assist that the NFL does, like on the Devontae call, right? Like Nick didn't have to challenge that. Replay assist was like, no, we got that wrong. Like I like that aspect of it, but why can't that be used when you know there's a blatant foul that you miss? Like Brayton Covey gets his head ripped off right in front of a referee on a punt the other day against the Chargers, but that doesn't get called. That gets missed somehow. Like, why can't replay assist be like, you got to throw a flag, throw a flag. Yeah, it's wild that you can pick and choose what you can and can't use things for.
Well, I think as leaks in technology grow, you'll get more AI generated replay assists and faster on a lot more, where you might even see games not even called as much by the guy just on the field. You know, in the next 5 to 10 years, that guy on the field just might be on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I'm as much as I don't really like AI because I think it's going to kill us at some point. But
yeah, it will.
I mean, if we're going to get the calls right, get them right. Like, get all of them right.
Sports wise, technology wise, I'm all for it. Right? You're all for it. Things that make the game just like I like the human aspect, but I also like, you know, like we're talking about face masks, different things that should be picked up or guys in. Let's make that quicker.
Yeah.
Right. Too. Like especially in basketball, like we're talking about. Basketball's the worst.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst.
Yeah.
So like in today's technology, like that shouldn't even be a conversation. Last minute of a game today, that's New York right there. I mean, you got a play that can dictate a win or loss of a game.
Yeah, clearly backcourt. How's that not?
I know it's 82 games. I know it's 82 games. Goes into my crump. That's got to be called, right? That's got to be called. coaches are trying to keep jobs.
Why is there not a beep down to the guy like, that was a backcourt? Like,
Yep.
why? Why is there not?
Hey, take a look at this one real quick. Hey, need you to take a look at this one. That's all that needs to be done. These games are long enough. They take long enough in the fourth quarter as it is.
And I don't even care about the challenges. Like, you can just do it like, okay, the last 2 minutes of every game or the last 4 minutes of every game. If there's a close call, we're just going to go to we're just going to go to Secaucus or wherever. We're going to go there and let them decide the correct call that's supposed to be made here. Why not? Everyone knows the NBA doesn't start till there's 8 minutes left in the game anyway.
That's where it is. So.
But yeah, I just if you're going to get the calls right, get them fucking right. Get them all right. You can't pick and choose. Well, we didn't have a challenge left, so can't look at that one. Like, what? What are we talking about? Do we want to get them right?
Yeah. I don't have a challenge, so we can't even look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on.
It's wild.
Stupid.
Yep. Yeah. For me, it's probably a couple people, but we'll start off with Cam Newton. All right, just shut up. Go away and shut up, man. But you're on TV, that's fine. Like you're offended that they signed Phil Rivers. Cam, you weren't good your last 5 years of your career, right? So you expect to phone the ring? Like, what do you care what they do? Right? Slap in your face. I mean, get out of here, right? That's the last call that Colts were going to make was to you. Right, there's some relationship there with Steichen, and that's it. Right, the guy will know his role, whatever his age. Right, the guy was never a mobile guy. When he was 20 years old. Right, so he took care of the football.
Well, they trust him to come in and be a game
man. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Took care of the football. That last pick is there's 5 seconds left. He's just trying to. They're if the defense.
I mean, he did what he could do to try to win the game.
Their job, they wouldn't have game, right? They couldn't get a stop on defense. All right, so that's regardless of stats.
I played the kicker.
Exactly why they brought him in. They don't need, and he said it. I'm not here to be a hero or throw the ball all over the yard or stretch the field. We're going
to play defense. We're going to run the football.
They got a line, and he's not an ego guy like yourself, Cam. So nobody's interested in calling you for jobs, right? So you can feel it was a slap in the face. Just knock it off. You just there's something to talk about, and so you can get clicks and everybody can get on your side. You know what I mean? And that goes for Jamel Hill and Ryan Clark too. Knock it off. All right. I mean, everybody gets Shore Moore. He might have got a second chance had he not gone with a home invasion and at knife point. You might get another job. Right, except for when you go to the loony bin, you don't get another job. Right, so stop telling us about all these other coaches that got opportunities. Right, Udoka got another opportunity too. Right, he's a person of color.
Yeah, forgot about him. Yeah,
she forgot
about him.
With them too, like I'm saying, I'm sure there's absolutely times when it's happening. Don't get me wrong, right, but. For them, that's what it's all about. That's their thing. That's their niche. For they have a voice, for social media or on TV, and that's all they want to use it for, right? And they want to continue to cause trouble, right? When it's not there in these situations, right? Come on.
Right? Sherrod Moore was my big crumb of the week.
Yeah, the guy took
everybody's.
The guy took doubled her salary, so it wasn't just about being a scumbag and having an affair. You know what I mean? Like you put somebody in a position that didn't deserve it and got took money out of the athletic department and gave it to somebody that wasn't qualified. So how about that for starters?
Yeah, well, starts with that. Having an affair with your wife and
throwing your life away, basically.
Yeah, pretty much throwing your life away. But like we said, the final crumb piece is not being able to handle what you just did, losing your job, probably losing your relationship with your wife at that point, and saying, okay, well, all right, I'm going to land on my feet. Let me calm down. Let me just control myself, regather my thoughts. You think you're big enough. You think you're big enough to go kick in somebody's door or whatever you may have done, and And yeah, and then the last piece of it too is like, bro, if you're gonna think about doing that stuff, period, the biggest part of it all is you guys are fucking dumb. You know what I mean? These guys who you know who eat where eat where they shit, right? Whatever you want to call it. Like these guys that are in their own, dating women inside their workplace. Are you just that stupid to begin with? Like, first off, not a guy that's ever going to cheat on his wife, right? But that's not the place you start, guys. Just to like help you out from afar. Like, hey, just looking from afar in. Like, probably not ideal when you got a job that has eyes on you. All right, and that's somebody who's working inside an organization. Probably not the best idea on where you want to start sticking your meat at. That's all.
And felt like going to a concert on the Jumbotron. You know what I mean? So there's certain lists.
like these guys are just idiots.
Dude's DoorDash and Plan B. What are we doing?
Yeah, but
what
this dude,
are
that's
we
amazing.
doing?
That's amazing.
This dude alone would have
Go to the
ended
fucking
up.
drugstore, dude.
He would have ended up at still a Division I school within 2 years anyway, right? Like this guy would have still made plenty of money. It would have never been a money thing for him because he would have went somewhere as an offensive coordinator at worst.
Because
at worst.
He stepped in shit getting a job anyway. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
Jimmy left, and then they hired within, and it's
Yeah. It's just crazy, and she's
you're a couple more years. You know what I mean?
And you can make the cases like the women,
which he did.
Like I know, like Schefter's like, oh, I feel like people were out to get him the whole time there. Okay, that's a moronic comment. If people were out to get you, that's even more of a reason that you shouldn't be banging your assistant. Okay, too. One, there's a lot of things. So if you feel like she's out to get you, or people are out to get you there, maybe you don't get in bed with somebody who may be out to get you, right? And this specific person wasn't out to get you until there started to be rumblings. And instead of you moving her to a different department, right, which would have been just a smart thing to do, he decided he's going to fire her. So, hey, bud, she's got receipts on your whole life. So what do you think was going to happen after that? She has her whole life in receipts. Yeah. So maybe just move her, figure out how to pay her what she was getting paid, and call it a day. But no, you decide to fire.
I'll have no fury like a woman scorned.
No, man, you fire and you get a plan B. So that is a lady that is not happy at that moment. So ideally, probably smart for you, just to, and we're going to transfer you. We'll give you $100K. Don't worry about it. Oh, fine. No problem. All right. Now she's got leverage for the whole time that son of a bitch is there. So, but again, this guy's a fucking moron. So I don't want to go too deep with him. I've said it. He's got enough time, and the guy still will probably land on his feet in 5 years because everybody lands in shit in today's world. Everybody will fucking land in a pile of fucking horse manure. That's what just happens. It's amazing, and it'll happen to him, I'm sure. So Jameel Hill and Ryan Clark can be happy in 3 years when this piece of shit who doesn't deserve a job ever will get one somehow because he'll go get mental health and go for all that, and he's a reborn again Christian, I'm sure, that stuck his dick in the fucking pastor's asshole. And I'm just gonna keep it real. This is how this will work. Well, you can roll the tape back to December 15th, 2025, and remember what was said. Remember what was said. Maybe not the pastor, but remember everything outside of fucking the pastor, for him, because he was sticking his dick in anything. That he'll get another chance somewhere. Not at this level, not like a Michigan level, but somewhere. He'll circle back. He'll
around every corner. It just gets wilder and wilder.
Yeah.
Really, you should have just absolutely pulled the Homer Simpson and just disappeared into bushes, right? Because now the more you carry it on, or everything just keeps coming out. You know what I mean? Like he was he was trying to pay for foursomes with those OnlyFans girls. That
Yeah, I seen that after the national championship.
yeah. I don't need.
Well, and not even that. Like, what are you doing DMing from your own account? Like, that's where you got a guy on your payroll. Like, if you're a creep, like
Yeah.
if you're a creep,
Have you ever heard Chris Carter talk?
Like,
Dude,
that's-
get you a fall guy, man.
well, that's what I got. Hey, Wells. Like, I hit up Wells and he goes, "What's up?" And I said, "Yo, I got like 8 to 10 girls on IG. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to inbox them for me." "Oh, okay, I got you."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo, what's their handles? Here you go. All right. And
Yeah,
you
you
do
want
these
to throw in a little cash?
Yeah, I mean,
We're
if you're
good.
gonna run wild, dude, if you're gonna take a little money and run, as they like to say, right? And you're gonna rip and run here, well, at least do it with like something that can sustain some time here, right before you get axed. A year and a half in the playing ball. But the OnlyFans models, I can't even believe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's everybody's like, hey, after it happens, like, yep, try touching me too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I love the whole, like, we're gonna come out now. Can't trust an OnlyFans model. You know what I mean? Hard to trust an IG.
I love how they call him OnlyFans. Can we just call him a whore?
Yeah.
OnlyFans model.
Yeah,
Whore.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put it.
There's no such thing as an
I'm not trying to put
OnlyFans
her on a
model.
pedestal. I'm saying she probably has receipts. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I would assume she does.
In today's world, I can't trust receipts in AI world either.
That's true.
In the AI world, I can't trust the receipts being put out there either. Just like some of the content you see on social media that AI is being, like, people are using AI for.
I mean, it's for everything.
And they're getting fake content. You see it all the time, and like fake articles. So just be careful. That's my only thing. So, like, with those types of things, like, yeah, he probably did it. So I'm not defending this guy ever. I just hard for me to defend the OnlyFans smut. So we don't even have to call it a model. We can call it OnlyFans smut. OnlyFans smuts.
Yeah, whores just walking around with millions of dollars. It's fucking depressing.
Show your dick.
It
Show
really
your
is.
grundle, bro. Show your grundle.
It's
You're
really
a grundle
depressing.
away. You're a grundle
Nobody
away.
wants to see my girl.
You never know. There's somebody out there for everybody like that. You know what I mean?
oh goodness.
There's like an only feet. You can go like only feet and just show your toes.
Is that your balloon now? Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, you're a 1099.
Gonna pay tax on my ass. Oh fuck that.
I guess.
Hey, give me more of that. Give me more where that came from. Oh, is that a spread of the butt cheeks? Yeah. Here's $25.
Oh, shit. What is he saying, Talladega Nights? He's like, I did a full spread, man.
Mike Honcho.
Spread my butt cheeks.
Mike Honcho. Yeah.
Mike Honcho. Yeah. You probably didn't know because I went under the name Mike Honcho.
That's a great movie.
So good.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I feel like we've come to the end. Pastors and buttholes, and they covered it all. We covered it all.
I think we're after midnight at HUD After Dark.
Yeah, my fault to the pastor who took a blow.
Yeah, he took a
I
straight.
mean,
Real
you
quick.
stab in the dark, but I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're right. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But if in the old words of T.O., if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck,
It's a duck. We know what that is. We've been around. Greg, did you even have a crumb or?
No, it was going back to last week, so no, we're good.
I was just killing it,
Yeah.
shutting her down.
There's nothing to top any of that. There's nothing coming back from any of that.
No, a lot was said.
I will say, since I wasn't on last week, like, it's mind blowing to me how like Indiana, what a turnaround. I mean, Indiana as a football powerhouse is crazy. It's got to be the greatest hire of all time. Greatest college hire of all time, right? Has to be.
Probably. Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
So just shout out Indiana. Crazy. I think they're going to lose to Texas Tech. You heard it here first. But Indiana.
Yeah, give them the flowers before they're out, Will. I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. Yeah. Definitely.
You and Pop told me to get over and get a quarter on Tech.
I love
We get a
Texas
quarter
Tech,
on
dude.
Tech.
That Jacob Rodriguez kid's fucking awesome.
He is pretty good.
He's awesome.
J-Rod.
I love Texas Tech.
Texas is awesome. Yeah.
They only lost one game all year at Arizona State, and their quarterback didn't play. So I mean,
pretty good.
Watch out. They're tough, man. Yeah. They're tough. I think that Indiana Texas Tech game is going to be a battle, and Georgia Ohio State is going to be a battle.
Well, that game's at Indiana.
No, it'll be like
neutral.
a bowl game.
No, that's a Rose Bowl.
Never mind. They don't
it'll
open
be a
up.
neutral field game.
It'll
be
semifinal.
After
be a Rose Bowl.
They would both have to win a game first, and then it would be that game after that.
Yep.
But the first one should be a good game. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're both on the one side of the
So Indiana's got to play someone before they get the
Indiana
plays Oregon. They got to play Oklahoma or Alabama.
Okay, yeah, there it is. And then I think
Texas
Ohio
State's waiting for the 5. They're waiting for the 5-12 game, which the 12 is Oregon.
Yeah, it's
5
Oregon.
is Oregon.
That's what it is. Oregon and James Madison. Yeah.
It's an Oregon win.
Yeah, for sure. But the Friday night game should be a battle, though. Oklahoma.
I didn't want to laugh at you, but that was.
I mean, I think they're.
You're not laughing at me.
I think they're 23.
Don't laugh at me. Laugh at the guys who put them in. Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Really, it's the ACC has they got to change their playoff, like the rules. If that was Virginia versus Miami, then it's fine. Whoever would have won would have got in. You know, the fact that Duke was in the ACC championship made everything fucking weird.
Yeah, that's why I just don't like.
Virginia had a loss to NC State that didn't count as a conference game.
Duke would probably give a better.
People that are arguing about JMU and Tulane should be the crumbs, and I say that not because they belong, because we already knew that. We already knew how it was going to,
absolutely.
It's in the criteria. It's in the criteria, right? Yeah. So,
well, guess what? I'm okay with them.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm okay with them getting in, because if you say, okay, the non-power conference teams can't get in, then you remove literally half of the college teams can't go to the playoff. So you got to make it so that one of them gets in. It's just somehow it's been weird both years so far. It's been weird. There's been a weird shit happen where, like last year, Boise gets top 4, and then this year it's weird where 2 of them get in because the ACC is so bad, and Duke wins it with 5 losses. So very strange.
Yeah, I think we
said. But you know what they're gonna do? They'll revamp this, and they'll make it like, oh, they have to be top 20 to qualify or some shit. They're gonna do something.
And then, but you could do that at the same time. You could do a Power 6 or a Group of 5, whatever they call themselves, like a second tier playoff for all those teams.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
Because then you let the top 12. Yeah, but like then blue bloods in there, right?
You guys.
That's why I'm.
Wait for what? A title of you guys aren't good enough to beat the good teams.
Well, no, I said
that what that is.
I said 2 weeks ago. I just think you got to go more. I mean,
Yeah,
I know it can. I know it can get watered. I know it can get watered down, but like every other division does it.
Greg's trying to say bowl season. You know what I mean? Greg, I know. We
can definitely push for 16. Those sweeps. Same amount of weeks. If you push for 16, just go one versus 16.
Easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15. Do it nice and simple.
That's it.
Listen, just throw 17 in, call it a day. One gets the bye. You know what I mean? Or do 16. It doesn't matter.
You wouldn't have to change the weeks. You know what I'm saying, Tommy? If you do 16, you wouldn't have to change the weeks. You can just still do it in the same amount of weeks that you're doing it now.
Their shit's fucked up anyway, so you can change the weeks.
Big win by Nova. Nova, the big win.
Yeah, are they
upset Tarleton State? They're in the semis.
Yeah.
Yeah, upset Tarleton State.
And Tarleton State's always in it, right? Yeah. They're always like a big powerhouse.
I think they were a top seed. Nova, I think, is like a 4 seed or a 12 seed.
A blueprint. That was my biggest thing. You got we know that there's only a handful of teams that can win it all, but the other divisions have given you a blueprint that it can be done. And it's to me, it's just, you should have something to shoot for. You know what I mean? Making the playoffs or whether you belong or not is a cool thing, man. It makes the regular season matter. And, just, I don't know. I think
if there's other teams do win it,
there's something to having.
Yeah, if a team goes on a magical run,
because then people, like I said, you get people on both sides that would say like, well, it's watered down, and why don't you just give out participation ribbons? No, how about you make the fucking NBA only top 4 in each side? Make it. And you see, then you're gonna, you know what that's gonna do? Takes away fucking load management, takes away all your fucking guys resting guys. All right, go ahead then.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Instead
Go ahead,
they'll
do
make
that.
it 12.
Go
They'll
ahead,
make
do
that
that.
12 sweeps.
Go ahead and do that then. Don't make, you know what I mean? That's, to me, watering things down is the NBA, making a fucking 9-10 playing game. That's fucking garbaggio beans. You know what I mean? You got no time for that.
I mean, the NBA, I don't even want to get into the NBA.
Yeah.
The fact that people are trying to hype up this fucking in-season tournament is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. And the games are unwatchable because the courts are crazy looking. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You need glasses.
Yeah. No, couldn't agree more. It's all laid out for them. It's not participation trophies, because if you can get in and these Cinderellas can make runs, right, and you get some lightning in the bottle here and there, it could change a program forever. And that's even for the power fours that are good enough that really aren't the blue buds, but can get in and change an Indiana.
Yeah, well,
right? You can change your culture.
Yeah, listen, on the way out. And I just want to add to that. I agree with you. I want to say that I don't know what the percentage is, but maybe half of Indiana's team is from JMU.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? So then you talk about
a bunch of them did come.
And you're
with
talking
Spaghetti,
about coaching and culture and fixing things, and you know what I mean. So
if you're constantly going to the playoffs,
it's a crazy.
If you're a team that's constantly going to the playoffs as one of those outside power four schools, and you're constantly in there, and you're constantly in the dance, like JMU year in in the dance. Guess what? They become a power team then. That's what happens over time. So then the chance of JMU actually winning one goes up over time. It's like anything else. If you're constantly
their coach is going to get poached again if he already has.
No, it's a Gonzaga. It's a Gonzaga effect in March Madness. It's a Gonzaga effect in March Madness.
Oklahoma,
Gonzaga.
I think, Brian. Sorry.
Gonzaga in there, year in, year out, year in, year out, year in, year out, and then you can win one. Then you can change your culture forever. You know what I mean?
I hope Gonzaga never wins.
But in your recruiting forever. You know what I mean?
Gonzaga.
But even now, like, you're just in there, you're Sweet 16, you're Elite Eight.
It bothers me that they just constantly have these guys that stay 4 years. Fuck, where do these guys come from? Graham,
we were able to develop a culture. You know what I mean?
Well, and you get paid now.
Yep.
Why would these guys leave? They're not going to the NBA. So take the money in college and live your best life.
Some of them are, but yeah, I hear you.
Absolutely.
But you're making.
But you're going to make more in college than you are in your rookie deal for most of these guys.
I totally agree.
Yeah, you're making a ton of money to stay in school. So,
yeah. And speaking of non-NILs, we said it yesterday. Like there's might not be a better game all year than Army Navy. It's awesome.
I love it.
I look forward to it every year.
I love it. Hard nose.
Just tough guys.
Bring
no
your
names,
fucking
no names
lunch
on the
pail.
back. No names on the back. Let's go, man. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Kudos to both teams.
Always a good game too. Always close.
Yeah. Kudos to both teams. And
hard nose. We're gonna run it 1,000 times to stop us.
Yeah.
That's why they're always tough. Guess what? The academies always have winning records. You know why? Because they're going to run into 4 or 5 teams who they're not going to want to tackle them. And we're just going to run it down your fucking throat.
Yeah.
And then they'll lose to Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame will puff their chest over it.
Yeah, they will. Cry how they're not in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love Notre Dame. Cry, even though the committee does constantly, like, they hurt themselves with everything they say, though, because they're like, well, we don't penalize for losing in the championship game. Like, you know, everyone's like, oh, well, you made it to the conference championship game, so we don't penalize. So as Alabama gets crushed, they don't really drop it all. But you did penalize BYU, who went into the championship game with 1 loss.
Yeah. And
then they got eliminated by losing it. So you kind of, you know, you're damned if you do, damned. They constantly, they have an agenda of teams they want in. Let's be honest. They moved Alabama up the week before, knowing that they're probably going to lose in the SEC championship game. But we got them up so high now, they're not going to drop out. I don't know. I selfishly, I wanted Vanderbilt in.
That's what I was going to say.
Pavia.
Even though, you know,
he's having a bad day.
Even though the quarterback, even though I like the BYU quarterback, they don't belong in. So
he's a piece of shit. Probably
no, I agree. I agree, Chiefs, that BYU on the eye test probably doesn't belong in, but you clearly penalize them for losing in the championship game, which you said that you're not doing. because that was your justification of why Bama gets in with 3 losses. Oh, we're not going to penalize them for losing the championship game. Well, then BYU only has 1 loss then besides that.
Well, who are they going to get in over? I hear you, though.
I'm just saying that they should be in over Miami.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
But, I mean, I agree that the eye test has Miami and Notre Dame are better teams than BYU. If you ask me who's going to win in that game, I would say Miami and Notre Dame. But if you look at their resumes, BYU has a better resume. They have better wins, less losses.
Yeah.
It's a popularity contest. They're going to move it to 16 teams.
Plus, Notre Dame gets in next year anyway, even their top 12.
Yeah, pussies. Sorry, I freaking hate them.
Yep.
I just love how they're crying so much. It's like, dude, you lost to Miami on the field.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen? Do you think they're going to be like,
and then you beat nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
You beat nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, you beat Syracuse.
You beat Notre Dame.
Fucking terrible.
You beat Pitt.
You beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're talking about Notre Dame. I'm sorry.
Talking about Notre Dame.
Miami doesn't have any good wins either.
Yeah.
Except for
you're right.
Except for Notre Dame.
Except for Notre Dame.
No, but you beat.
Well, they beat Bama, right?
Miami.
I know. Who beat Bama the first week? Bad team. Florida State. That's who.
Florida State.
Florida State. Yeah.
Gross. That should have knocked my Bama out. Gross loss.
Well, and that's what you say. We're not going to penalize you for losing in the championship game, but when that loss gives you 3 losses, then kind of all things could have been off the board, right?
Exactly, Greg. Exactly.
Well, and then it's going to come down to one of these teams just going to forfeit and not play the game, like the championship game, if it's going to hurt them. You know what I mean? Or like the top team, like Alabama, knowing they're in, not Alabama, but like Georgia, like, I'm not playing.
Well, once they go to
a lot of them want to win it, though.
Well, sure. No, yes.
It's a part of your, like, going into the year. What are your goals? Right. I'm going to start with an SEC title, a Big Ten title.
Sure.
Right. Before, and then that'll give me a ticket to the playoffs. Right.
Absolutely.
And then it's goals after that. But what I will say is it's going to go to 16, and then we're still going to have complaints.
Yeah, there's always going to be teams complaining. It doesn't matter where you go to.
Yeah.
You go to fucking 24 to 25 teams going to complain.
I mean, we got 62 in basketball, 64.
And when you're not, and 60, well, you can say 68, 69, 70, and 71 complain every year. So, yeah.
Every year.
Every year. You know what it is, though.
They have to do something because Greg was right. You know what I mean? Like, because then now guys are just going to schedule different. Like, Texas doesn't need to go to play.
There's no reason to go play those really tough early games.
In week 0, you don't have to play. They went to the horseshoe and played. They didn't have to do that.
I agree with you there. That like you're making it so teams can be like, okay, well, we're not going to schedule a really tough out of conference game then.
Yeah,
right.
We're going to go pay some.
As much as we want to watch the Notre Dame play Miami, we're not getting it now.
No, we're going to go pay $2.5 million to go whoop somebody's ass.
Alabama's already did it. They canceled or they pushed their series, and again they would wax them anyway. But with UCF, it was supposed to start like I think in 26. Now it's going to start like in the 30s because there's no point in playing it. I'll just schedule Sam Houston State Sisters of the Blind, and just go beat up on them.
Yeah, there's $2.5 million to whoop your ass. Yep.
Which ain't a bad consolation prize, Tom.
No.
Probably sign up for that.
I'll
go out front right now. Right now and get my ass whooped.
Yeah, if I'm Sam Houston, line me up. If I'm the freaking AD, I'm gonna go. I'll play center. You know what I mean?
In the world of NIL.
Yeah, if
you just better hope Northern Illinois don't come into Notre Dame Stadium and whoop your ass again.
I'll pull fucking Uncle Rico. I will lace him up, boy. I will lace him up.
Oh my God. Can't wait.
Well, we can start. Hey, listen, you want to give us $2.5 million? We'll start a college team. Be like that movie where they just start a college.
No, we'll be like Bishop Sycamore, but only for college.
Yeah, I agree. Give us $2.5 million. We'll go out there and play.
Well, I don't know if we're going to go out there and play, but
we'll compete.
Accepted was the movie that you were looking for.
Accepted, yes.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Ask me about my wiener.
Ask me about my
wiener. There's a phenomenal scream by Jonah Hill in that movie.
What'd you guys do?
When they first go in there and like
Yeah,
Skeleton
football
Falls, Greg. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I could admit that.
Blake Lively was so hot in that.
Yep.
That's,
I mean, she's so hot in general, but
Yeah.
1240, we created a college. And that's what we did. That's what we did tonight. So great
Brick
show.
killed a man. Brick killed a man.
Yeah, 1240 a night.
for
But yeah, great shit, boys. We'll see everybody next Sunday. After another dub, a little Saturday dub, hopefully. So great shit. You guys got anything?
Hopefully after clinching the division.
Yeah, would be nice.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Anything on the way out? Have we haven't said already?
nah, we gooch.
Freezing cold again. Fuck you, Greg.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, boys.
It's supposed to warm up midweek, but it's cold,
Yeah.
cold one tomorrow, boys.
Yeah, ain't warming up tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
Be icy. Careful, boys.
yeah, it's tough. Be careful.
Yeah, I got a funeral tomorrow. It's gonna suck.
Yeah. All right, boys.
All right, boys.
Later.
Peace.